Oh man, do I love that music. What is up, everyone? Welcome all. Welcome, Arvanauts, to a Tuesday stream. And of course, first things first, happy St. Patrick's Day to all those who celebrate. And even if you don't celebrate, nothing wrong with the Irish. It's got some Irish in me myself. So I am safely wearing everything that I need to be appropriately considered an Irish person. I do have some Irish heritage. And you'll notice that the cover on the screen that you see right now has large shades of green. I don't know whether that was intentional or not. I'm just saying that may have been the case. Anyway, happy St. Patrick's Day, and welcome everybody to March 17th, 2026, about 12:50 p.m. Eastern. Apologies for the late start. We had some technical issues we had to resolve, and we did resolve them, and so we are here for day 4 of Dragonbane, The Secret of the Dragon Emperor, an episode that I am calling A Mound of Trouble. Oh, yeah, because there's a burial mound. But anyway, we'll talk more about that in a bit. Before we get any further, just a couple of reminders about ways to support the channel. And yes, please do let me know, by the way, as I'm going through, if there's anything weird about the audio. I don't think there is, but I want to make sure that everything is clear to people because OBS did an update today. And so there have been a couple of alterations. I think it's fine. Like, one of the things is that they changed the audio mixer from horizontal to vertical as a default. I could switch it back to horizontal. I actually like it being vertical because it gives me more room to add in some other things. So I don't mind it. It's just that, having said that, like it is a little bit different, and some of the ways that it's showing the sound effects is a little bit different. So just let me know if there's an issue. But otherwise, if you are watching here for the first time, please follow the channel. We appreciate that. If you have not already done so, please consider checking out our YouTube as well. Please do subscribe to us on YouTube. That is !ArvTube. You get all kinds of cool content there. It's free for you to subscribe. It really helps us out. Discord, where you can hang out with the Arvanauts in between streams, is !ArvCord. Please join our community. A lot of good people hanging out and chatting in between streams, so I'm really glad that we have that Discord. And the website for this is arvaneleron.com. Don't forget as well, Blue Sky, !ArvSky. On the financial front, !ArvShop. That's the merchandise area where you can get cool stuff for yourself, swag from various campaigns and things on this channel that both support the channel and help you look good. So it's a win-win for everybody. !ArvTreon is the Patreon. It is currently sitting at $57 a month, but we would really like to build that back up and get into triple digits. I have to see about revamping and making some adjustments because it's just been a while just to sort of, make some changes to the Patreon when in my copious free time. We'll see. But in the meantime, you can get some really cool stuff there that you cannot get anywhere else, including inspirations to help our tabletop players. That's the one thing you can get if you sub as well. But otherwise, you can also get epic poems and character backgrounds and a bunch of other stuff written for you too. Hey, what's up, Nonstop? Good to see you, man. So there's all that, and you can do that by checking out the Patreon. And subbing to the channel, as I mentioned, gives you those custom sub badges and emotes to use here, there, and everywhere across Twitch, plus the aforementioned inspirations for our tabletop players. And in case you haven't noticed, we run a lot of tabletop on this channel, and there's a lot of we're ramping up to some things. We're ramping up to the conclusion of Eberron, which is my Infinity and Beyond crew. So that is going to be happening soon. We've got that. We have stuff happening with my Expedition for the Mysterious Peaks folks. We have things going on with my Ghosts of Saltmarsh folks who are in their final stages of their campaign, moving into that. So there's going to be need for inspirations. So please consider jumping on board to support the channel and to support our players that way too. On the publishing front, !Icarus is my graphic novel from Athos Arts. !Library, that's my Tales and Tomes, The Forbidden Library. That's my 5e adventure and sourcebook from Alligator Alley Entertainment. And !Greyshade, that's my Greyshade IP, Greyshade Renegade and Heretic, the Grey Assassin trilogy, available at that link, critically acclaimed and award-winning. You can also get the audiobooks of Greyshade Renegade and Heretic available there from our very own Trent Sparks. And you can also pre-order the tabletop role-playing game of Greyshade, coming to you from Brandon O'Brien and Alligator Alley Entertainment. That is coming soon. I know I keep saying that. It really is true. The text is in. We're just waiting on some art. And so I'm believe me, you have no idea how excited I am to get that book out into the world. So exclamation point Gray Shade for all of that. And as always, exclamation point BLM, Black Lives Matter, important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. Exclamation point Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Important to reach out to others when you need help and reach out to others when they need help as well. And exclamation point Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war with bravery and courage. And send the message. We'll do so for others in that situation in the future. Also, love and thanks and all good thoughts and prayers to the wonderful people of Minnesota and Minneapolis who continue to fight against federal occupation. We are thinking about you. We see you, and we love you. So please hang in there, and thank you for everything you do every day. Also, this is primary day in good portions of the United States. So if you haven't done so already and you are in an area where voting is happening, please go and vote. It is critically important to do it in every election every time. And so please do that because it really does matter. So I'm actually excited too because my wife has just been elected to the Democratic Town Council in our region. So she ran for election, she knocked doors, she phone banked and all that, and she was elected actually fairly easily with her and a slate of other candidates. So really advocating for change. So I'm very proud of her and very excited that we see change like this happening everywhere. And we do that when we actually organize and come together. So I'm very excited about that. All right, let me get rid of this and let me get rid of, not that one. Let me get rid of that. That's what I meant to do. And let me turn on that. Hello, everyone. Oh my God. Suddenly there we go. That's more like it. That's what I'm talking about. Hello, everyone. As you can see, I am officially, in case there were any question about St. Patrick's Day, okay, all right, Ireland, all right, I got it. I'm officially repping what I need to rep today is what I'm saying. Schedule-wise, today we are playing Dragonbane, and then later on today we will be doing the Patreon Field Chat Chosen Game of the Month nominations. So be thinking about the game you'd like me to play. That's going to be happening a couple of weeks from now. And then at 4 p.m. today, I will be over on GOG.com's Twitch channel continuing to play Evil Land 2 in Pen and Pixels. So I'm very excited for that. But now, with no further ado, I'm going to head over to the Dragonbane folks. I am going to unmute myself so the folks know we are ready to go. I apologize to anyone that I may have interrupted because I couldn't hear them. And now I'm going to head over to reveal to you three, that is right, three of the, three and also a bear. Is that a bear? I hope that's a bear. Is that a bear? Thank you, Terma. Wait. That Bravely Default game I mentioned, Shadow dropped on Steam, Switch 2 exclusive. It's on sale, and I think you'd enjoy it. Oh, my God. Thank you for the tier 1 sub, Terma, and definitely make sure that you stick around to nominate that game later on today, Terma, because after my session today, we're going to be doing nominations, and I would be happy to take it under consideration. It sounds cool. Yes, so now, what was I talking about? Oh, yes, I was looking at the bear. Is that an actual bear? Is that
yes.
Okay.
Well, it's not a real bear. It is.
What do you mean it's not a real bear? I'm done with this crap.
It's a stress ball in the shape of a bear.
It's a stress bear, if you will.
Stress bear, yeah.
Or a
That's
bear
true.
ball. Actually, no. Let's not think about bear balls. There's no reason for that.
No, Tren isn't here yet. So.
Wow. Wow.
You
all right,
would have thought that was funny.
That's our show, and yeah. Anyway, speaking of Tren. And I'm sure if Tren would, Tren at this point would be doing the thing he does where he's like, because he doesn't want to say anything because he's got some joke. Anyway, Tren, just so people know, the reason that Tren is currently not available is because they are doing internet work right now at around his area. And so hopefully Tren will be joining us a little bit later on. But right now the internet is down. This is no drill. The internet is down for him. So that means that we're still waiting to hear back from him on whether he'll be able to come back. We will see. Sorry. Oh my God. Okay. I'm not even gonna. It's more union stuff. Never mind. Anyway, Tren is not here today so far, although he might join us later on. But otherwise, Tren normally would be playing Chuff, or as he always tells us, it's actually Chuff. So that's kind of what it comes across as, is Chuff. But I am joined by the other three players who are part of this intrepid crew. So I will begin at the top of the screen as you look at the left, and that is Crocs with Toriel. But Crocs, how are you? How's everything in your neck of the woods and so forth? How many castles do you have in Bavaria? No, in the green room before, everyone was sort of talking about. I was again bemoaning what a disaster my country is in comparison to all others. And so one of the comments was the fact that there are a lot of castles where Crocs live.
Oh
So I'm
yes,
not.
that is the main issue with the US, that you don't have castles.
It's a severe lack of castles, indeed.
We have a guy trying to be a king for a castle, but not a guy at the moment. Anyway, Crocs, how are you doing? How's life in the universe with you, and who are you playing today?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Yeah, so the daylight savings did not hit here yet, so it's brighter than usual in the background. So
Mm-hmm.
although it's already dimming, so it's probably not as overexposed as before. That will probably recede at the end of the month. So yay, more daylight, and then less, and then everyone's confused again.
Yeah, exactly.
It's wonderful. Every year the same procedure. So yeah, what I'm gonna do, who am I playing today? I'm playing as Toriel, our elf in the party, who may or may not have his own agenda of establishing a workshop.
Mm-hmm. I
But
thought
yeah,
you were going to say who may or may not like secretly reveal himself to be actually also an animal. Like you thought I was an elf, but
who knows? He might be. He
I'm
might be
actually a
mullet in
ferret.
disguise.
No.
So
We
he,
shall.
he
We
might
shall.
be. He might end up being Elfgore. So
That's right. I
who
mean,
knows?
we're all moving in that direction. It appears. I am excited to see what Toriel gets up to. I am also excited to hear from the person who's going to be playing a certain mallard of distinction, and that, of course, is Tari Toons, who is right there. Tari Toons, who is solely responsible for the off-color joke you heard previously. Participants' roles in no way reflect the opinions of the No, that was actually very funny. Tari, how are you? How's everything on your side of the world and so on? And who are you playing tonight?
None of my jokes are off color because you see, I'm an artist, so I know a thing or two about coloration and stuff. So they're always on color.
I see what you did there.
Thank you, thank you.
Hi, Big Boss.
Actually, been busy coloring today. The cover art for the zine that I've been working on. It's yeah. Things are coming along swimmingly. My arm is complaining a lot, hence all the squeezing. Yeah, a little reminder, working on a zine currently with the other guys from Toons Up, which is a German cartoonist community online. So when that comes out, please check it out. I did talk with the other guys about possibly making an English translation, but sadly that is not in the budget. Because print runs and stuff cost money. Yeah. So yeah. But still, stuff is working out otherwise fine. So yeah, hi, I'm Tari. I'm playing Ahatea the Terrible, who is a duck, I guess. A very, very evil duck.
Very evil.
Yeah, trying to gain world domination and all of that good stuff. Yeah, just amassing minions left and right currently.
Well, that's what you do.
Yes.
Would you call yourself a Duck Doom, perhaps?
A Duck Doom.
Is it Doctor Doom joke?
Yeah. So why not Doctor Doom?
Well, I thought about that, but then I thought that was too much of a stretch.
So, okay, of course.
I just wanted to make sure. It's the danger that quacks in the night. I mean, Geister, like, there is no... Tari made it very clear when I first talked to her about this campaign that she was not at all interested in playing a mallard, nor would she be spending a lot of time thinking about all the inspirations from mallards that she's had previously. So I just, to be clear about Darth Duckius. Have you heard the story of Darth Duckius? Anyway, but I'm excited.
Not the story that that I would tell you.
I am so excited to hear Taya today. Always a pleasure to have Tari with us. As I said, Tren may or may not be joining us if his internet cooperates. But in the meantime, we will move swiftly on to the equally awesome undeveloped Bruce, who is down at the bottom of the column, as you can see. It's good to, yeah, exactly. It's good to see you, Bruce. How's everything going with you, and who are you playing this evening?
Hello. Yes, everything is well, and it's also bright here for now. and the dogs are sleeping. We had a lovely weekend at home, so yeah. I will be playing today Frogor, who you can see down here. He is a mallard, as you can see.
Obviously.
He's got the little duck face, the little duck beak, classic. And he has, of course, his companions who are also Ahatea the Terrible's minions, including himself. This is Chickgore and Horgor. So yeah, we're all ready to serve and obey.
We're ready to be gored, I guess. I don't know. I guess that is what
Please
it would be.
don't get gored on stream. I don't think that is allowed.
Yes, it's against terms of service. But very excited to hear about all the gores today. Let's fire up some music and talk about what happened, because as you will note on your screen, chat, we are... Make sure I'm getting music. Good. In our last session, the crew, the well-established, totally makes sense that they all synchronize together crew of Toriel, Ahatea the Terrible, Chuff, and Frogor came to the village of Outskirt in the Misty Vale. And while there were a few things that they discovered that were of note. Number one, they had come to, and I think it was actually 2 sessions ago that they arrived, but it was last session that they really explored it a little bit. They had a chance to talk to members of a general store. They got a chance to talk to 2 siblings that run the smithy. And then they had a chance to go to the actual inn, the tavern there, which... I want to make sure that I get the name of the person who's there, yes. But it was the Three Stags, this inn, which is the largest structure in town. And has some strange things about it already, including like a cage hanging outside a second floor window and some other kind of weird stuff that didn't make a lot of sense. And so the party came in and were quickly introduced to 2 people. One of them was Vagenhild, who is the owner of the tavern and who talked a lot about what the town had been through and about, getting a room and, food and drink and all that kind of good stuff. But they also met someone who originally claimed to be, or was supposed to be, a woman named Annabella. And later on, what they discovered was that her name is actually Leonara. They had been given some of this information about this Leonara from the guard at the gate, Captain Hardy. And when they went and talked to Leonara, Leonara basically gave them some information about this mysterious dragon emperor that they've heard details about, and the statuette piece, or at least the map, that they have there. What she explained to them was something about the Dragon Emperor's circumstances, that there is a crypt where the leader of this place that was there for a long time, this Dragon Emperor, a statuette had been split into 4 pieces, preventing entrance into this crypt, and that would allow them ways to hold back the ravages of demons that threaten to override the town. And also dragons, because dragons and demons were always fighting each other in this world. And so, according to Leonaro, who works for this Society of Truth, they need access to the crypt because it's the way that they'll be able to gather the information they need to prepare these people in case of a future attack. And so they have been looking for it, and what do you know? The party happens to have a piece of this statuette given to them by Master Weatherman, who told them his name and gave them the piece of statuette just by falling over and dying after having been hit by a poisoned arrow. And so, after talking to Leonara, they got a few possible leads, but what the party ultimately decided they were going to explore is a place called Rittermound. It is a burial mound, a feared place, a place where supposedly a powerful knight had once been here and had not done right by his mistress. And I think it was probably Frogor who said it best when Frogor said, "How can they possibly allow a knight who did not give everything to his mistress, this must not be allowed to stand. And so the party, more or less, I don't know whether they all agreed to the same reasons that Frogor did, but they all more or less agreed that Rittermound seemed like as good a place as any. And so just as we ended our last session, the party was going to basically rest and have a nice meal at the tavern at the inn, at the Three Stags Inn, and then, after sleeping the night, set off for this place known as Rittermound. So I am going to start us right there. I will ask the members of the party. I don't know. I think you already did most of your shopping and everything that you wanted to do. So I think you're good to go, you said, but correct me if I'm wrong. If there's any last thing you want to do at the end, obviously you're going to be able to come back here again, but I just wanted to make sure. Is that how is that correct? Or is there more stuff that you want to do here?
Personally, I'm happy. I'm good.
I think Frogor has done enough.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
How much in debt are you again?
Let's not talk about that.
Debt? What debt?
You break it, you buy it. Okay. So, right. Okay. Well, in that case, then, when the next morning comes, the party prepares to set out, and let's move you over to the map of the Misty Vale here. Come with me, players in chat, as we head over here, and as I go over here so that we make sure that chat can see everything where we're going. Hang on a second. It's loading. Loading. There we go. Okay. And let's zoom out a bit. All right. So the party right now is here on your map. And this thing right here that you see has been cleverly placed. Some talented artist designed this thing. That is the icon for the party. That is Outskirt, where we currently are. And the party is going to be heading over to Rittermound. Now, let me find Rittermound on the map, which should be over to here. So Rittermound is over here. This is Rittermound. Not incredibly far from where they already were, by the way. Not incredibly
We
far.
measure it on the map real quickly. It's about, let's see, about 15 centimeters or 6 inches away.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. So they're going to, so as we take a look at Rittermound here, Rittermound's actual distance. Come on, work with me, book. Okay, there we go. Right. So let's see. Rittermound is about, roughly speaking, 2 days march or so from Outskirt. And that's assuming that the party, stops for like a regular resting place in the middle there. If the party wants to just be like gallop at full speed and risk exhaustion and do all that stuff, you could also do that too. But or I shouldn't say gallop, run at full speed or whatever. You could do that as well.
Not ride, it's a Rittermound.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, like you do have Hogor right there, so you do have a.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But so that
I guess Frogor can go on Toriel's shoulders.
Well, right. That's what I was going to say was, are you moving at a normal pace? I guess is my question to everybody.
Yeah, I guess. Are we in a hurry? No.
I don't see any reason to hurry right now, so I would
A leisurely pace.
Suggest choosing an appropriate pace, yes.
Okay. So roughly speaking, the player characters can hike as a rule. You can hike about 15 kilometers per shift on foot. And there are typically 4 shifts in a day. You can normally walk or ride for a maximum of 2 shifts per day, roughly speaking. So that's generally the way that these things are there. However, to get from where you're going to Rittermound, you do have to make a little bit of travel. Like the roads are, especially when heading off to the west there, this is an area that has, although people have returned, so I wouldn't say that it's a decaying area, but a lot of the old roads have fallen into disrepair, and so it's sometimes hard to find exactly where you're going. So what that means is that we have to appoint, this will be familiar to Tari a little bit, a pathfinder who will lead the way for the group. And this person is going to have to make a bushcraft roll to find your way. However, I am happy to tell you that because you have a map, you will not have to take a bane on this roll. So my question is, as you start on this first shift bright and early in the morning, who wants to be the pathfinder? And again, you're going to be doing a bushcraft roll for this.
Question?
Yes.
Can we use Trent's character for that, Shuff? Because he's probably the best one we have.
Yes, he seems to be. He seems to be sort of like he sort of is unfocused. He seems like he's a million miles away. But no, I'm just kidding. Yes, you can use him. You could use him for the bushcraft. Yes, I'm not. Unless you're going to Jaeger him the rest of the time, which you could do. I'm going to assume for the rest of the time he's just sort of, doing wolfkin like things, like off sniffing bushes or something, and not actually like focusing on all of you. But you can use him for the bushcraft, yes.
Eating roadkill, sniffing random butts.
Exactly.
Things dogs do.
Precisely. That's right. So anyway, yeah. So if you want to use him for the bushcraft, you can. Let me see what his stats are for that. Bushcraft roll. Where's my music? Why is my music gone? I said
Your
play.
heart, Greg.
Okay. Oh, you know why? It's because I turned it off because you're going to be journeying. All right. Okay, I see where we're at. All right, let's go with the peaceful music. No, that's too calm. I like ambient, but that's too calm. We need something that's more travel based. How about my favorite, known as from Incompetech, Willow and the Light. All right, my favorite. There we go. That's good travel music. Great. Okay. So, let's see. So, the Chuff's bushcraft roll, his check is, and then maybe one of you can just roll the dice for him, and I'll give you what the skill bonus is. Okay, so his bushcraft is 13. So you are going to be looking for a 13 or under on a D20. Who wants to roll that?
I can roll.
Okay.
I have the power. Lag.
All right. I see what looks like a 10, which means that you are, in fact, successful. Chuff finds his way. So I would like, let's see if I can do this thing. Okay. I would like one of you, let's make it, Crocs, can you do me a favor and can you roll a 12-sided die, please? Just a flat 12-sided die.
I'll be back in 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay. That should have turned up, I hope.
Yes. So you're looking at an 8. Okay. I will come back to that in just a moment. Okay. So as you make your way to using the bushcraft roll, you were able to make your way pretty comfortably, actually. Chuff seems to know more or less exactly where he's going, as you might have hoped. And so you find yourselves about here-ish, I would say, as maybe a little bit less, maybe about there, when we get through the afternoon. The second shift, then, we'll need to have you roll for. So you made good time, and you've probably gotten about, maybe about 40% of the way there, something like that. So after a pause for lunch, you then set off again for the afternoon. So I need a second roll for this. So since Tari's gone, Bruce, can I have you roll a D20 to see about this second shift, please? 12, that's still enough. All right. As you go, by the way, the sun is fairly high, relatively speaking, although there is always a mist over this valley, but you can see the sort of brightness of the mist. There are birds that fly about. You don't sense anything particularly ominous at the moment, at least early on. And as we move on towards evening and it becomes time to make camp for the night, which I'll talk about how to do that in just a moment, you can tell that the weather has been relatively, reasonably comfortable temperature-wise. But as you get closer and closer to the area of Rittermound, you notice that it has started to grow colder. And colder not because everything around you is colder, but because of these drafts, these breezes that blow from the west and almost cut into your skin, it feels like, because of how cold they are relative to the other weather. And it gets colder and colder like that as time goes along. When you get to just sort of the edge of the hill beyond which you would be going down into this barrow, and everybody who's ever done any kind of adventuring at all knows not a good idea to go into a barrow in the middle of the night. So I'm going to assume that you probably want to make camp here and then go the next morning. Correct me if I'm wrong. But assuming you're doing that, then I'm going to need someone, presumably it could be Chuff again. Oh, actually, I guess everybody has to do this, it says. Everyone has to make a bushcraft roll to find a suitable resting place so that you can make camp for the night. Okay, I'll come back to Frogor in a minute. Toriel with a 9 and Atea 6. Okay, let's make a roll for Chuff and let's hope that Chuff got this done properly. Oh, sorry, I should have said, who wants to roll that roll? I should have asked. Do you want to do that, Tari? Oh, okay. Tari with the demon. All right. So first of all, I don't know how to handle this in terms of marking. I kind of don't necessarily want to mark Tren's sheet for this because I feel like he's not here for this. I don't know. If Tren shows up later on, please somebody remind me. Yep.
If he doesn't show up, then he already doesn't get the point for participating.
That's true,
So,
actually.
yeah.
That's true. All right, so we'll leave that alone for now. If he does show up later on, we'll add it on. Anyway, what it means
No,
is...
that's why I mean you should add it on, because he's already not getting a point.
Oh, I see. Well, but I'm not going to be asking him... All right, let me see. Let me go to his spot. Yeah, that's probably true. All right, Chuff. And that was bushcraft that I would be marking. Marked. Okay. Right. All right. So, and maybe it's because of the mist, and maybe if it's because of the sort of close proximity to this place where the dead rest. At least you hope they rest. But it is not a comfortable evening for any of you as you are sort of trying to settle down. You put sleeping rolls and bed rolls out as best you can, but there's rocks in the way and I don't know. Some of you snore. It's not a good time. And probably at about I would say maybe 11 o'clock at night. Assuming that you all set a watch, by the way, who would be taking the first, second, and third and fourth watches? Assuming that everyone's setting a watch. Who wants to watch at what time? I guess is my question.
As usually, people don't seem too keen on it. Toriel offers to take last shift.
Okay. So Toriel will take last shift. When does Frogor Ahatea want?
Oh, Atea wants midnight shift because spooky.
Okay. Frogor.
Frogor will take the first shift.
Okay. All right. Well, then I think Frogor, it's probably because I think it would be probably you would be then giving way to Atea. Atea would probably give way to Chuff, and then Chuff to Toriel. So, Frogor, I need you to make for me, please, an awareness roll.
Excellent. I make that with a bane because of my open helm.
Okay. Right. So you are very confidently watching. You got everything on lockdown.
Big, wide eyes.
Yep. But you
I
hear...
see
Wider
there's
than
no
usual?
movement in the darkness. It's completely dark. No light in the darkness. Dark over here, dark over there. Nothing is changing.
So, Frogor, as you and your keen mallard eyes look out into the darkness, you are very, like, you sort of are focused in, and then, Frogor, you think that you see something beginning to shift in the darkness of the mist. There's just slight kind of, your eyes have adjusted enough that you can see a little bit, but you can see the kind of shadowy movement of something. And as you're sort of like leaning forward, staring at it, something suddenly behind you says, "Oh, hello there!" Like right at your shoulder. Do you do anything other than... Yeah, I was going to ask, yeah, what do you do?
Have a sword. Who goes there? Who dares tarnish the sleep of the mistress?
Oh, I'm sorry about it, mistress. We hope we wouldn't bother you. You seem to be occupied, so I didn't want to bother anyone. But and if you turn around, you will see that there are two humans behind you. One of them is a pleasant-looking, probably middle-aged woman. You would guess red hair. Middle-aged is what you would guess. Red hair, freckles, and holding a lantern and kind of peering at you like this. And you can see that she has a hat, like almost like a straw hat raked back on her head. And behind her is another one, a little shorter than her, but still obviously a grown adult of some kind. Also with sandy red hair, a man behind her. And she says, "Oh, I'm sorry again to bother you. My name's Farmer Oda, and this here's my son, Medvin. We're on our way back to Outskirt to sell some things, and we saw that you had made camp here, and well, frankly, it's none too pleasant around these parts. We thought maybe we could share a camp with you if you're all right with that."
Fregor's like going back and forth, still got his sword out, and they're like up above him, and he's just this little frog who's in front, not frog, sorry, a little mallard who's in front of them.
Froggy and slip.
Right, yes. Well, I'm on watch, so I must watch out for danger, and you could be danger, but...
Oh, we're not dangerous. We're just farmers. We're not dangerous to anything more than the wheat that we harvest. Ain't that right, Medvin? And Medvin says,
But my mistress, she is very terrible. She could do terrible things if I wake her up during her beauty sleep.
Oh.
Not that she needs beauty sleep. She is perfectly beautiful without any sleep at all. You understand? Do you understand me?
Well, all right. If she's terrible, I don't want to, you know. And the man, but the son, Medvin, says, "Oh, terrible."
Oh, the most terrible.
Oh, well, if she's terrible, then she ought to know more about other terrible things around here.
She knows about everything.
All right, then. How about you wake her up and we'll have a talk, Medvin says.
Yes, but I do like my toes. I like to keep my fingers.
And they all sort of look at, then both of them look at you, and Oda says, like, "Oh, well, there's no need to wake her up." And Medvin says, "Well, I mean, if she's terrible, and we ought to know about how terrible. I mean, it's terrible around here, Ma. We want to make sure we don't run into anything, right?" And
All right,
Oda says, "Oh, yes.
I
that's true."
know what we're going to do. She is on the next watch. So until then, stand there. And I will watch.
They sort of stand there.
Yeah, and Frogor's just gonna stand with them holding the sword until his watch is over and it's
Like an hour and a half from now.
Yeah.
Well, as you're standing there, Medvin says, at one point after about 5 minutes of this, Medvin, You don't mind if we sit down, do you? Just right where we are.
All right, you may sit.
And they sit down, and Medvin says, "Oh, you seem like you know your way around a sword. You have cause to use it much?"
Oh, yes, I slain many a foul, terrible... Not terrible, I don't slay terrible things. Many a foul beast and creature with this sword here, and my lance also. I am a knight. I serve Ahatea the Terrible.
So you're a knight. That's pretty impressive. He looks at his mother. I don't think we run into many knights, do we, Ma? And she says, "No, I don't think so. I mean, there was that one time who had that battered bucket and said what he was a warrior, but I'm sure he wasn't a knight." No, that was just some drunkard. You could tell these one. You could see by the way that they're using it. See, Ma, I was talking to someone about this the other day. It's the difference between, swinging like this, just wildly, or, like when you came across him now, this one here could have reacted. They could have not known we were there. They could have jumped up and fallen over, but they obviously knew we were coming. I mean, this one here. Did you introduce yourself, by the way? You did say Frogor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Frogor knew exactly what we were about, and that's a real knight right there. You must always be aware of your surroundings, I guess, Frogor.
Yes, I have constant vigilance of my surroundings, all to protect my mistress.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I'm glad that you protect her. Well, we farmers, we don't have any knights to protect us, you see. Oh, you could say that again, Medvin. If only we had a good knight to protect us. Why, sometimes people steal our crops right out of our fields, and there's nothing we can do about it. That's right. If we had a strong knight, we could maybe protect ourselves from it, but unfortunately, it's not for our lot. We just have to grind in the dirt. That's what we're about.
So, somebody has been stealing your food?
Oh, we get that all the time. And then there's other things too. Wolves. Oh, wolves sometimes. Those can be real problems. You want to make sure you're not near any wolves. Wolves can cause all kinds of issues.
Chuff makes like a noise in his sleep, probably.
Well, I've heard actually that wolves are good. They can make these burritos out of bats, you see, where they wrap the wing around. It's a wonderful delicacy. You should really try it. But anyway, I can see that you are people of good character who can see skill and know a good knight when you see one. So I suppose you can't be all that bad. You may lie down if you like.
Oh, and Farmer Oda says, "Well, we appreciate that." And it's the scene from the Princess Bride where the person just topples over. She immediately sort of goes to sleep. Medvin though says, "Well, I'll have to. Thank you. We are pretty tired. So why are you out here this way, if you don't mind my asking? I mean, we didn't expect to see anybody here, and then we just saw you standing on this hillside, looking away from us out into the mist, doing your night things. Why are you here in the first place?"
Well, why are you here?
Oh, well, we're just farmers. We're headed the other way. We're trading an outskirt. That's what we're doing here. We don't want to be here. That's why we're headed there. But you people look like you're going the other way.
Yes, we're investigating the cause, the history of a terrible knight. Not like me, I'm a good one, but one who did not serve his mistress well and who kept riches for himself, and we must find what happened with this rotten character.
Oh, I can't believe it. A terrible knight. Well, wait, though, didn't you say you served a terrible...
Right, no, he was an awful knight.
Oh, okay.
I'm a terrible knight. He was an awful knight.
You don't seem like a terrible knight. You seem like a good knight. I mean...
I am terrible, which is good.
You are?
And I'm good, which is terrible.
About 30 seconds of silence ensues as you can see the gears furiously turning in Medvin's head.
And Medvin can see 0 gears turning in Frogor's head.
No movement, no steam, no nothing.
Ahatea is using the brain cell right now in her sleep because that's more important.
I guess I should have also asked, are you proudly declaring your allegiance by I am the great, or are you trying to keep your voice at a reasonable level, Frogor?
We all know that Frogor has 1 volume of voice.
So I think that it would be great if I could get awareness checks from Toriel and from Ahatea, please. Yep. Okay, let's see. We have got...
Nope.
Okay.
Sleeping soundly.
Oh, let me see. No.
No?
That is not true. You both made your awareness checks. That means you're fully aware
the upper
of
number
these things.
is a check and the other one is a stat. Yeah. Sorry.
I would say that...
Flip them around.
So, I was going to say, so you kind of like, both of you sort of stretch blearily. And if you look over, you can see that there is a middle-aged, red-haired human woman snoring on the ground. And next to her is a red-haired male, looks a little bit like her actually, currently talking to Frogor, sitting on the ground. There's a lantern by them, and Frogor has just made several commentaries about the kind of knight that he is and all that kind of good stuff.
You see, if I was an awful knight, I would keep riches to myself, but look, my purse. A little fly comes out of his purse.
Oh, so you
and
don't
I
have
am
any
a terrible
money.
knight.
So
No, which means I am a good and terrible knight.
Oh, I'm sure you are. I can see that. Well, it's a good thing they've got you to protect you. I don't know if this lot, I mean, are the rest of you, are they all warriors or like you? I know you said you have this mistress of yours who's terrible, but like, are they all terrible? Not as terrible? Somewhat terrible?
Well, that's yet to be decided. Hogor and Chigor are obviously very, very terrible. But the elf and our last friend is somewhat terrible. Yes, makes terrible, terrible food, which is good.
And sort of like kind of nods a little bit, and he says, I see. Now, at this point, both Toriel and Ahatea, you are now fully awake. And you could, if you want, get up or say something, or you can try to... By the way, this is narratively reflecting the fact that you all did not get a bushcraft roll, so you are being slightly interfered with in your sleep. But at the moment, you're looking right at the back of Frogor, holding a sword and speaking to this also sitting on the ground, red-haired man.
I would like, before making myself known, to perhaps deduce intentions of the person Frogor's speaking to by, I don't know, demeanor and stuff. So
I see. Okay. Well, let's take a look then. I'm going to jump onto your character for just a second here. I mean, by jump, I mean not actually literally jump, but okay. So trying to think if that might be... Let me look up a skill. For those of you just joining us, Dragonbane is a new system to all of us, including your humble GM. So I want to make sure I know that I'm not asking for a skill which is the wrong one. I'm thinking bluffing, but I want to make sure I know myself. Emerging threats. Yeah, let's say bluffing. This is to sort of get a sense of who it is that you're, watching, kind of getting a sense of things. So let's try bluffing here.
Seems reasonable, sure.
Okay. This is an 18 over 5. Totally reasonable. I mean, as far as you can tell, Toriel, this seems like a, somewhat curious, but otherwise just a farmer, just sort of chatting with Frogor, asking lots of questions, but, Frogor is kind of going along and explaining things. Seems to be a bit of a discussion about whether a knight is terrible or not and what that means. But as far as the
would a terrible knight swing their sword like this? Whoosh. And the answer is yes. Yes, they would. And I am terrible.
And the man that she's speaking to, that Frogor is speaking to, is at the moment just sort of very interested, or seems to be very interested in what's going on. But you can't really tell a whole lot beyond that.
Comes from Artea's sleeping place.
Okay. Is it enough for Frogor to hear it, would you say, Hatea?
Yes, she's making a point to be heard.
Is Frogor going to pick up on it, or is Frogor going to be too busy going, and then also another terrible thing? Like, is that, what do you think, Frogor?
No, he's keenly trained to hear the coughs of his mistress.
Okay.
And he spins and falls prostrate on the ground. Mistress, I failed you. I have found these humans, and I made sure that they did not come into camp and disturb your sleep.
I can see that.
Uh,
So why? What is happening here? What's going on? What do you want? I'm trying to have a good night without a K at this moment.
My name's Medvin, and this is and he points down at the snoring figure of the woman. He says, this is my mother, Oda. We're just farmers heading back over to Outskirt. Frogor's been telling me how terrible you are.
Well,
Frogor nudges him in the...
And I could be more terrible if I chose to. I'm quite tired, however.
Oh,
So
I'm sorry
don't
to interrupt
test
your sleep.
me.
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt your sleep. Frogor said you were heading off to this place down below. Oh, it's a frightening cold place it is. I wouldn't be caught dead around here. I mean, we're trying to get away from it. We only found your camp and thought it'd be strength in numbers,
Well, that is all for tomorrow. So I guess, and she looks at, are the stars visible currently?
Not really because of the mist. Well, little bits, yeah. Through kind of holes in the mist, you can see them here and there. Yes.
Okay, but not enough that she can tell the time of night.
Probably
currently.
not. Although
No.
definitely, you haven't been asleep super long. You know how to.
Well, anyway, is it already time for my shift? Sift for my sift.
Probably, I would think at a certain point it would be close to time.
Oh no, I asked into the round.
Oh. Okay.
Frogor has no idea. Frogor tries to look up, and his hat is in the way, and he can't see any stars at all.
I assume that means no, which means that I'm gonna go back to sleep now, and I would like to not be awoken again before it is my time to take over the shift. Thank you very
mistress.
much.
Of course, mistress, apologies, and he sort of nudges, says, you must be quiet if you wish to stay. Lie down. Go to sleep.
I'm sorry. I just was fascinated hearing how terrible Ahatea was. I suppose I was carried away a little bit. It's not every day you find someone terrible like Ahatea, or wolf-like, that one over there, sort of points at Chuff, or like what, and then points over at Toriel, still not having moved much, I gather, Toriel, but correct me if I'm wrong. Well, it looks like an elf there. Well, it's not every day you see adventurers like this, and I guess I was just sort of, interested, fascinated, you might say. I sort of like to hear about adventures. There's not much that goes on as a farmer,
Shh.
You think shh is an adventure? Oh, you...
Shh. Sleep. Shoo.
All
Frogor holds up his sword threateningly, like, yeah, you better do as the mistress says.
And then sort of thinks about it, and then right, all right then, and settles down for the evening. Now, what I would like from everybody is I would like you all to make for me. Technically, it doesn't have this lined up on the sheet this way, but this is what I'm going to do. I would like all of you to make a Constitution check for me, please, because we're going to see how you all manage without the rest you were hoping to get.
Oh, a con check, right?
Yes. Toriel's good. Frogor is good. Ahatea is good. And I guess
she's terrible. Pay attention.
Sorry, I beg your pardon. I mean, terribly good. Can you? Can someone do me a favor and make a roll just for
I'll
Chuff?
do that.
Oh yeah, I don't even have to look. Okay, so all of you are able to. You don't heal anything, but you didn't need to heal anything anyway. The big thing was you avoided getting an exhausted condition. So you all managed to make it. Maybe it's just sort of the pleasantness of your company or something like that that you have around. But at a certain point in the night, and I would say this happens probably in the shift over Ahatea from you to Toriel, I would say. When you are waking up, Toriel, can I have you make an awareness check for me, please? Oh, no, not Toriel. Sorry, I need Ahatea to make this awareness check.
Oh, like Ahatea or me for Chuff?
No, you, Ahatea.
Okay.
Because Ahatea is
awareness,
waking up
right?
Toriel. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I see everything.
As you are waking up Toriel, you notice that as you're sort of like, I don't know, how do you wake Toriel up, by the way? Are you sort of shake him or like drop the wing?
So imagine, right? The camera is at level with Toriel.
Yep.
Who, like, for the sake of this, is laying on his side.
Okay.
And behind him we see, like, moving upwards, Ahatea, staring down at him very evilly. He goes, hey, psst, psst.
So that awareness check means you pick that up, Toriel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Toriel is not a person who's like keen to be awakened, but he knows it's probably his turn, so he's grumpily turning over in the direction of the noise, I guess, looking up into your face.
Yeah, it's just like this horrible view of like this, like from your angle, the duck bill is just enormous, you know. It's your turn to bring fear into the night.
Yeah, so Toriel is obviously very enthused about it, and the first thing you hear is like, and he slowly gets up.
As you get up, by the way, Toriel, both you and then Ahatea, when you turn around, notice that the farmers are gone.
Oh,
so
that is weird.
Toriel then asks, is like, where did they take off to?
I am not sure. They were there a moment ago.
Is that so? I see.
So did Ahatea not see them leave while she was keeping watch?
So Ahatea did not, but there was a moment where one of them had said, it was actually Medvin, had said that he was going to go relieve himself, which may have taken a second before you're like, yes, I understand what the universal definition of relief means. And so wandered off into the mist. And then when you woke up, Toriel, you hadn't really paid attention to whether the mother was there or not. You just sort of heard the snoring. Because of the awareness checks which you both succeeded on, you noticed immediately upon awakening and turning around, Ahatea, that they have now vanished, and also the snoring is gone, so there's that too. But you did not see them leave beyond what I just described about Medvin going to, quote, relieve himself.
this is fine. I'm sure they will be back, but we'll be back in a bit.
So without further context, Toriel just accepts this. It's like, okay, sure, maybe they're taking a trip. It's like not sure whether or not this is like customary to this area, like people taking a stroll in the midnight, like a midnight stroll or something is like fine by me, as long as they don't bother me. So you may chalk that up to him still being sleepy, but yeah. He's just gonna acknowledge that.
Are you awake now? Then I will
barely.
Retire.
Do so, and leave the rest to me.
Yeah. Very well then. And then she like turns around dramatically and flumps over on her bedroll.
Is that like all one motion? Like, just like dramatically turns and flops on the bedroll?
Yes.
Okay. So, Toriel, despite the acceptance of maybe that during your shift the farmers do not return, but you do hear coming from the area of the burial mound from Ritter Mound, you do hear the very faint sound of maybe just the sighing of the wind.
Must have been the wind.
We're gonna do that too. So this is that seems ominous. I feel like the wind usually shouldn't make that noise. Is there anything I can see in the direction that noise is coming from?
Awareness check, please. So if you look down into the mist, it's still at the time that I guess this probably is like 4 a.m. roughly. I guess you would have taken over 3 or 4 a.m, so it's still dark. But your eyes are adjusted enough that you can see the sort of dark, swirling mist below you in this sort of little, not a valley, but like a kind of dip, a depression, I guess, in the earth leading to the mound. And you can see this sort of swirling mist off there. You don't see anything beyond that, although it's one of those deals where, like, you know, in the darkness, if you're looking at fog, you know, in the dark, it can look as if there's like 65 million
You're
things
bound to
going
see
on.
something.
Yeah, but not anything that seems obvious. The sound does not repeat, although you do occasionally hear what sounds a little bit like you occasionally hear a scraping, a metallic scraping sound, very faint, coming from down there.
Okay.
But it's not getting closer, and it's not, you know.
Okay, that's the next thing I wanted to ask. So, is it getting louder, more
Nope.
intense? If it's not, then
Nope.
whatever's down there is fine. We're camping up here. We'll check it out in the morning.
Okay.
I'll keep it in mind.
Someone sharpening a sword. I mean, you know, who knows, Big Boss? It could just be sometimes metal just randomly scrapes along stone. I mean, what, you know, that just is a thing. And but it does not get louder. And the rest of the night otherwise passes without incident. And that leads us to the morning as the light dawns, so to speak, although you don't really have a sun coming through in this case. But as it gets brighter around you, you're able to look down into that mist. And here I think we probably want something a little bit more ominous. Let's see. How about... can I do that with this? Soundscapes. Yeah, no. How about... yes. That seems reasonable. How about... Let's go with this. And let's go with this. Okay. So... seems appropriate. So there is a kind of the mist, I guess the way that I would describe it is, although you now can clearly see things that are not shadows, that are and are not shadows. The swirling of the mist does not seem to bring you any sort of further evidence of other stuff or not. It's hard to see down there, even in the sort of light of the morning, although you can see little bits kind of peeking up from below the mist. So you can see some of these little sort of rises in the mist down below, little green hillocks, couple of trees sort of standing up, small, tall, scraggly trees with very few leaves on them, kind of standing up above the mist. And that's pretty much all, other than this general sense of coldness that I described, which does seem to be coming from down in this little depression that you're looking down upon. But this is clearly the place, the burial mound.
Okay. So once everyone's awoken and their grumpiness reduced to a reasonable level, Toriel notifies them about the findings, or what he heard last night. It was like, that was a metallic scraping thing, I believe, from down there. Could be some old stuff dangling from a tree, really. Didn't think it was noteworthy checking out, especially since this was down there. So, if we're going down there, we probably should keep our eyes out on what made that noise.
Maybe it was treasure. Yes.
What happened to our new friends / minions / servants?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I haven't seen any trace of them. They didn't even leave their lantern. They just left, I guess.
Did they leave any other traces? Yeah.
Yeah, Frogor would like to check Hogor and Chitgor are still here and haven't been nicked, and also check his purse still has his little fly.
They have taken only your fly. No, no, they did. Nothing seems to be taken. It's all more or less where you left it.
Mistress, I think you might have frightened them away with your terribleness again.
Yes, very good. But yes, breakfast. Chop chop.
Yes, of course, mistress. I'm so sorry. Why was I asking meaningless questions when I should have been preparing your food?
Yeah, she's like sitting on a rock or something else, just like with her legs crossed, like all.
Incidentally, if you go into the wilderness without food, then there are bushcraft checks for hunting and stuff like that. But since I believe we discussed the fact that you actually did get like kind of provisions for this journey when you were back in town, so I'm not doing that. So you can enjoy this, these provisions such as they are, before, if you wish, heading down into the mist of Rittermound. If that's good with everyone. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So.
By the way, speaking of provisions, do you guys think it would be smart to simply do party provisions instead of everybody individually keeping track of stuff?
It's fine with me.
Probably makes sense for traveling.
Yeah.
So why does it say that I only have one of each? That does not sound right. Where do I have the thing? Should be having 5 food rations. Why does it say I have 1?
Maybe the 5 are collective, or you got 5 individually. I don't know.
Maybe I just forgot to write it down in the thing.
Do you include the wine and cheese and party provisions? I mean, that is a fundamental part of provisions, I would say, especially the cheese. Okay. So, as you make your way down, it's probably another hour or so. As you make your way down, there is a little bit of a dip, as I mentioned, in the land, and so you have to be careful to sort of not slip and slide, your way down into the hill. It's not super steep. You don't have to make checks for it, but you definitely have to be aware of it as you kind of descend into the mist. And after a little while, you find yourself towards where you have been told and where the map described this burial mound could be found. So let's bring you over there. Show you what that looks like.
By the way, for those unawares, I'm assuming Ridder means the same as in Dutch, like Swedish, obviously, but like probably means knight, presumably, or at least rider. So for those who didn't make that connection or didn't read Lord of the Rings, so which probably isn't anybody here, but still, just pointing that out.
Okay, just let me see if I can.
Yeah, but it's Ridder, right? Like with D instead of T.
Yes, it's R-I-D-D-E-R.
Yeah.
Yeah, not rider mound.
Ritter is with double T is German.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Ritter equals knight according to Triffid, as far as I know. So, okay. Can folks bring their tokens, please, here? And by that I mean here. Okay. And I'll bring Chuff on.
I've forgotten how to.
If you drag from your on the sidebar,
Oh yeah,
Bruce. Yeah, there you are. Okay. So
makes me so happy that I color coded all of these. Like you guys probably don't understand, but color coding is my everything.
it makes it makes a big difference for real. Okay, here we go. All right. This looks really good on stream, by the way. Looks really cool. Okay. A hill crowned by tall standing stones rises in this glade in the middle of the forest. The place is strangely quiet. However, you notice a faint but ominous odor, a putrid stench like that of rotten vegetables. And as you can see, there is, where you were standing, a square-shaped slab of stone. Looks like it's been roughly hewn, maybe 2 by 2 meters in size, embedded in the earth at the top of the hill. And there's also some footprints in the grass of the hill leading up to the slab as well. This is where you were told the mound was.
Right. Well, does anything immediately jump out to us?
Hey, effect
like, hopefully not literally, more like.
Yeah, I was gonna say yes. 5 think no. Okay. Well, one thing for sure. Let me have you make a bushcraft roll, and this is for you, Hatea, making a bushcraft roll, please.
I already tell you that I'm going to fail this one. See?
Yep. You're like, there are definitely footprints. You're like, wait a minute, footprints, and like everybody can see the footprints.
I don't really understand why bushcraft is like you're using it as an equivalent of investigate, right?
No, but in this case, it has to do with where it's being done. There's certain natural features that may not be seen by you because of this bushcraft. So it's not really just an investigation. It's looking at specifically natural tracks. But speaking of,
because like usually bushcraft is like only having a knife and building shit in the woods.
Right, yeah. But this is sort of almost like a nature check in a way, or survival. That's a better way to put it, actually. This is more like a survival check almost.
I see.
And while we're on that subject, are the rest of you looking as well? Because you all can see the footprints and you can see the stone slab. So, Toriel and Frogor, where are the two of you looking? Chuff is just sort of staring off into space.
So, Toriel would like to, examine both the standing stones and, if pointed out, the footprints.
Okay.
If there's anything noteworthy about them to be found.
We'll talk about the stones in a minute. Go ahead and give me a bushcraft roll as you're looking at those footprints. Oh, wow. The 2 on the bushcraft. All right. Toriel, as you're looking down at this, and also before I go on, actually, I should ask Frogor. Frogor, what are you doing while this is happening?
Frogor is looking for anything knightly, perhaps around this square slab, if there's any inscriptions or drawings, little stick men of knights.
Gotcha. Okay. So let's start with Toriel then. Toriel, you can see that next to these footprints that are leading up to the slab, you can see that next to those tracks are small piles of what you're pretty sure are droppings, possibly wolf droppings, and you happen to know this because of your previous encounter with these creatures, goblin excrement. And the odor that you were smelling, the rotten vegetables thing, is coming from this goblin excrement next to these footprints. These must be goblin footprints, you think, leading up to the slab.
Seems like a horde of goblins snatched whatever was on that thing.
I'll let you talk more about that in a minute, but Frogor, I'll just mention that as Toriel is looking at that, you and Ahatea are looking at the slab, and without making a check, you can see that it has been slightly moved from its original position. You can see there's a small gap on one side, and Frogor, as you look, you think there is a hole beneath this slab, like a cavity below it. It's definitely been moved.
And we move it further out of the way to look inside.
If you and Ahatea both do so, or you and Toriel, or you and Chuff, then yes.
Ahatea would prefer to first look around, more analyze the place, so to speak.
Okay.
And like specifically from Mage's point of view, it's like, because, this seems like the kind of a ritual place, Like, for example, does it mean anything to Ahatea that there are 15 standing stones here? Or something like that,
Let's have you make
anything else about this place that is like, yes, this and that culture, this and that date,
thing.
Let's
say, how about
Neolithic.
myths and legends, please?
Myths and legends. Yes.
Yeah, you're pretty sure that from your memory of this and from some of your study of arcane rituals and so forth, this is certainly, burial mounds are often found this way in different places, or at least in the ancient stories they were. The stones were intended to be seen as kind of a barrier to keep spirits and ghosts from moving beyond that barrier and threatening the living. This was designed to keep them inside that barrier of stones. Though, of course, I'm sure you realize that that's all superstitious nonsense, and in no way are there any ghosts awaiting you, But, that was the intention of these stones, was to keep spirits inside them.
But, nothing specific about, the number of pillars or whatever?
No, and in fact, even as you look at them, you don't see any particular markings or anything on them.
Also not on the altar?
No. This does not look like an altar. You think it's like a trap door more than an altar.
Oh, it's just a slab on the ground. It's
Yeah.
not
It's not well, it's raised a little bit, but it's not like an altar where something was held, you don't think.
I see. No, in that case, Ahatea would be down for moving this thing, because clearly something must be underneath here.
Toriel, you can now, you can talk about what you found or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, so I'm definitely going to speak up. So it looks like a bunch of goblins made their way through here. I guess they made off with whatever was on that slab over there, or looks at it closely underneath it perhaps.
Wait, how long ago have they been here? Can you tell?
It's Toriel, it's fresh excrement. It can't be that long.
Ugh.
So Toriel definitely says is like, it looks fresh. You can smell if you like.
Ahatea would like to put her ear against the stone slab and listen.
Okay. Let me have you make an awareness check. Are you putting it next to the gap, or just directly to the
right?
stone
There's
slab?
a gap, right? Yeah. Okay. No. Yeah. Then she would listen into the gap.
It would. I was going to say it would be very funny if
Yeah.
Ahatea was listening to the stone next to the gap. That would be hilarious. But
Oh, god dang it!
you hear, so as you sort of lean in, you hear this kind of, and then you realize that it's Frogor standing next to you, breathing.
Well, besides someone else who is not down there, breathing very loudly into my ear.
Frogor
Looks
turns to
over
Toriel.
angrily.
Back away from the mistress.
Is Toriel actually where Toriel is on the map right now? Like,
Yeah, so
literally,
Toriel is still standing quite a bit away. Is like slightly confused.
back away! Like you say.
And proceeds to inspect the stone pillars.
Oh, God.
Outstanding.
Rough hewn, by the way, Toriel. The same stone as on the slab, you think? But no runes or any obvious markings.
No runes, no markings, no
Doesn't look like it.
signs of use, as you would call them, maybe.
No, these are pretty old, but they don't look like these have been shifted or moved, and you don't see any, like, even like, John was here with a date or something. Like, there's nothing scratched into them either.
No, they're not like worn off in places like people with like individuals like.
In fact,
brush
you don't.
over them or something. Okay.
In fact, the grass on the hill is where you saw those footprints. Those, again, it's grass. It's not like mud. So you get the impression that, like, not a lot of people have come this way until whatever this is recently with the goblins. But beyond that, it doesn't seem like it's gotten a lot of foot traffic of any.
Okay, so it looks like it's been like this for a while.
Yeah.
Until whatever happens.
Yep.
I don't suppose you can tell how many of these goblins have been here or are here, for all that matter.
Perhaps I can tell like which direction they went. It's like, did they go up the hill or down the hill? Did they
went
come
up
or
that you
In
can't,
the hill?
You can't tell the amount, but you can definitely tell without a further check they went up the hill towards the slab.
So, yeah, I don't know how many they are, but I guess they're in there.
Atia would like to look around to see if like there's any obvious spots where like there could be another opening. Like basically the idea is like if this is like a whole network maybe.
Okay, sure.
Around.
Sure, make it an awareness check for me.
Like basically something similar.
Sure.
What was it? Awareness?
Awareness, please.
Oh, God damn it!
So you're kind of look around and you don't see anything in particular, and then you notice one ominous looking like yellow sort of colored thing, and it's like right in your vision as if something has come up, and then you kind of see that it's the bill of Frogor's hat.
I was like expecting the sun, but that also works. Well, I think, and she like suddenly talks noticeably quiet. I think they might be down there, and we should ambush them.
Yes, a terrible idea, mistress.
Thank you. I try.
So if they're like preparing an ambush up there, then Toriel would like to take the chance and have a look at the surrounding area. Is it like all covered by fog? Can we see like, I don't know, tiny other hills nearby? Or is there like trees around? Like what's
all of the
surrounding
above,
this?
actually. There is mist, there are fog, there are little hills, there are little trees that kind of poke up above. This is not as high as the top of the, again, I hesitate to call it a valley, but the top of the depression where you were before. It's not as high as that, and in fact, you can't even see through the mist up to the spot where you were about 45 minutes ago when you walked down to this space. You can't even see it from here.
Okay, but so I suppose it does not poke out enough.
No.
Out of the misty soup that you can take a look at like what's around you.
Not
like
really.
Inside
no.
it.
The thing that poke out would be basically these stones that are surrounding it, the sort of pillars.
I see. Okay,
yeah.
so that's what we were seeing from afar.
In
Okay,
fact,
so
if
then
you had not had the map, sorry, I just want to say, if you had not had the map and if you didn't have the bushcraft checks to get here, this was not, and hadn't been led here by people telling you that it was here, you would not have necessarily noticed it. It's not super prominent from the outside.
I see. So is there any like noticeable silhouette nearby that may be an old building or something? Or is there, like,
Go ahead and make
nothing?
an awareness check for me.
Okay.
I think I'm going to have you do this at a Bane, though, because it is very hard to see. So you got to roll this twice and take the higher result. Oops, sorry. Got a bunch of rolls all at once. Okay, this is it. Yeah. No, you can't see it, Toriel. Like there's you don't see any like obvious silhouettes or anything like that nearby. Really, the mist is pretty dense outside the stones even, so not really able to see a whole lot other than just little bits of trees here and there poking above, but no obvious other structure.
Okay. Can I make out the rough direction from where the footsteps we found earlier came from?
Southwest. So where you're standing right now, I think the footprints came from the southwest up the hill towards the slab. So basically, I'll just freehand it for a second, like that way, roughly.
Okay, sure. Well, in that case, Toriel makes his way up towards the others.
Okay. All right. How are the others going to do this?
The ambush, or what do you mean?
Well, yes. The ambush slash getting in or whatever.
Well, I mean, are we agreeing that we are doing an ambush?
Would that involve sitting outside and waiting for the goblins to come back out?
Yes. Generally speaking. Like, basically, I hide behind the pillars. Wait for them to come out, which is probably at nightfall, I'm assuming.
Frogor, of course, will do whatever the mistress desires, because the mistress knows best and is the most terrible.
Yes,
And
yes.
he's mistress, I'm not at all curious about what is down there, and I do have no desire whatsoever to descend and find this treasure and the secrets of this tomb of the night. These do not interest me. Power and riches that could be down there, that the goblins could be messing around with and dirtying and pooping on as we speak. I care not one jot.
Okay. So... Well, yes, I 100% believe you that you do not care to go down there. However, we are gonna have to go down there eventually. Even if you don't want to. Well, I suppose you can wait outside once we go in there, but...
Hatea, did you just roll a demon on that, by the way?
Yes, that is why she has no clue that he
Okay.
was being sarcastic or trying to lie.
Don't forget to mark, I guess you mark?
Oh, that wasn't like a proper check, you know? This is just for me going like, oh, it's
Okay.
like...
Okay,
yeah,
fair enough,
like,
fair enough.
I mean, if you want to, I can do that. I'm just like... I like to just roll when I'm unsure if my character would be...
we'll keep it out for
smart
the
enough,
moment,
you
but
know?
I'm going to make a note to myself to look that further into that.
Okay. Just a role-playing tool for me, so to speak.
So this is where we really need Chuff to like know what Frogor is doing, you know?
Well, Chuff is distracted, probably by some squirrels who are running along somewhere in
Clearly.
the distance.
Well,
So yes.
I think you must be right, mistress. I don't think that Toriel could even move this slab anyway.
So while you're saying that, you may notice that Toriel has already grabbed it, looks at you, and asks the question, "Are you done talking?"
For the moment, I suppose. What are you doing?
I wanted to have a look inside.
The ambush.
So the idea here is that Toriel wants to move the stone slab enough to be able to see inside.
If you get assistance from someone, you think you can move it probably without even having to do a check. It's heavy,
Well, are you
but
communicating that in character, or?
Yes, that was the explanation for what I'm attempting to do. Toriel then begins to explain, it's like, don't you want to see what you're up against?
Well, he clearly doesn't, and she points at Frogor.
Yes,
explicitly said he does not want to. No, so.
But if you insist on seeing if it would benefit you, oh Ahate, my terrible mistress, of course I will do any number of things that I do not wish to do, and quickly starts helping Toriel move the slab.
Hatea looks on, trying to figure out what is going on, because, Frogor is giving very mixed signals currently. And she can't wrap her head around it, so she's a bit stunned at the moment.
Got you. Okay, if the two of you work together without too much difficulty, you move the stone slab away and see below it an underground shaft opening beneath the stone slab. You can't see the bottom from here, although there is the musty smell of stale air and maybe dried up corpses rising from the depths. It's dark down there. You could try to drop something like a torch or look further down, but you can't see where the bottom is from here.
Atea takes a noseful and is like, that's the good stuff.
Such a terrible smell.
Okay, after she's done, Toriel holds down his ear and wants to listen if there's anything audible now that it's open.
Okay, go ahead and make an awareness check. You really don't hear anything from down below. The smell of the musty smell is what you get, but it seems silent, or more or less silent down below.
Can you hear anything?
Thing.
That makes sense. Is there anything nearby that I can drop down there? Like any tiny little stones if there's something?
Frogor?
I wouldn't go so far as to put them on the same level as a stone, but
there are plenty of little stones that you could drop, yes.
Then I would like to pick up one of them and have it fall inside and see if it makes a noise that indicates like a stone floor or a goblin hide.
Yeah, exactly. Or no sound at all. You just drop it in. You drop it and disappears out of sight. And after a little bit, you hear a far down below. Something like sort of bonked off the ground. Do you think the stone that you dropped? Definitely a stone floor of some kind, or at least a hard floor anyway, not a dirt floor. And decent distance down, for sure, but it is definitely, there is a bottom apparently of some kind.
Okay. So I assume there's no one blocking the way right now. We can either wait or have a peek down there ourselves.
Yeah, Big Boss suggests you get to the bottom of this. So,
well, if the boss says so.
That's what Boss says. He's the big boss.
Nice. Can Frogor, are there, beyond these stones, are there any like little wooded areas and trees and stuff?
Outside of the pillars, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes, but in the mist. So there's definitely like little bits of bushes, trees, and things like that, but not like they're there, right? But you can't really see them clearly from where you are because of all the mist.
Yeah. He's just wanting to find somewhere to put Hogor, who is clearly not going to be able to come down.
That's true. You could probably...
Well, he can go down, but probably not back up.
Wouldn't come back up. You can probably lash Hogor to one of the pillars. It's the hill leads up to this, so it's not like it's a cliff or something like that. And there's lots of grass, so that wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. Okay. Hogor, stay. If anybody tries to take you, bite. And I'll take Chickgore just in case. Unties Chickgore from Hogor's back.
Okay.
Ties Chickgore by his feet to his belt, so that he still has his hands free despite having Chickgore.
Okay. Are we doing a Zelda thing where you're going to hold on to the legs of the chicken and then it's going to flap as you go down? I just want to make sure I'm clear about
how that's the plan.
Yeah.
Okay. You can do that. I mean, well,
Oh.
you can't actually do that.
Yes, great.
You can't
cool.
do that. You can't do that part. You can take
Nope, no
Chicor
take
with you.
backsies.
Yeah.
Greg, no
yeah,
take
You
backsies.
can't take it back. You can take Chicor with you, and you can do the Hogor thing. Actually,
And
you
take
can
fall
certainly
damage.
try to use the Chicor to go down. You can certainly try.
No, it's okay. I've only got 9 hit points. All right. Well, Frogor is the knight, so he will descend first.
Okay.
Is there anything to climb on, actually?
I was going to say, do you have...
Oh,
right now, there's
yeah, I was
nothing. Do you-
assuming there would be a ladder
you
or
just
something.
jump into the darkness. Do any of you have a rope?
No.
No. I have 10 pieces of chalk.
I do own a rope.
Aha. Okay.
Hero!
Well, a rope will give a boon to this roll, which is an acrobatics roll, but you will get a boon to it if you are using a rope.
Okay, so I guess that boon then applies to everyone going
Yes,
down there, or is
anyone
it a
who's using
group
it.
roll?
You'd obviously have to leave it tied up top, so you can't take the rope once you're like you can't take it with you down there, but
That
you
makes
can
sense.
leave it down, on the floor, and you can use it to climb back out if you have to.
Sure.
Oh. Acrobatics, you said.
Yes.
1, 2.
Ah, okay. Frogor with the 3, Toriel with the 7. I'm doing the based on that stuff. I was thinking of the oh God, what is that amazing thing from Dark Knight Rises where he's climbing out of the pit? Then they're all chanting the "Hurrah, hurrah," which means rise. That was what I was thinking of. But anyway, I can't remember what the word was. Okay. And
yes, the Dark Knight Rises.
in this case,
I see it. I get it.
the
I
Dark
get it.
Duck lowers is what this should be. Yeah, exactly. It makes you wonder. Okay, so I need something for Ahate. Are you going down also? Because we have Toriel and Frogor. We're making their
Yes.
way down. So I need an
Yes.
acrobatics check from you with a boon, and then if someone wouldn't
Frogor's
mind
holding
doing...
out his arms to catch her if she falls.
Oh, that's yeah. Okay.
Oh,
I
no
don't need to.
problem.
Well, I guess I could get a dragon if I tried, right?
Yeah,
So I
it's
might
true.
as
Might as
well
well
do the
try.
extra roll. Or I could not. So that's a 3.
Okay. So no problem, Ahatea. And can someone roll for Chuff for me,
Yes.
please? Let's see. We have an 11 and we have a 17. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Chuff's acrobatics. Oh, yeah. He's got a 14, so that 11 is no problem. I'm glad that you had the phone. Dark Duck descending. The Mallard also lowers. That's awesome. Okay. Right. So, no problem for any of you. And you all find yourselves... Let me reveal it.
I'm fucking starving.
Here.
God damn it. Usually because we start at 6 p.m. for me,
Mm-hmm.
I eat before the stream. But because of the time zone thing, I didn't eat proper dinner yet. Yeah, I just had a snack.
Sorry.
So it's food.
You could eat while we play, I mean,
Well, I did have a cookie earlier, so.
all right, well.
But I need some.
So
I need proper dinner, which I first need to cook.
right
Can't cook while
here-
I'm gaming.
That's true. Right there is where you find yourself. So could you all move your... I'll move Chuff over. Could you move your tokens?
Right where?
Right there.
Ah. Oh, I see. I was zoomed in, so I couldn't see.
You can move yourselves into the room.
No, can't.
What? I mean,
The wall blocks things.
what? I thought I... Oh,
It's a thing. It's like you can't move in there.
yeah. Let's see. How do I take that off? I don't have dynamic lighting on.
I'm just gonna.
Oh, I got it. That's interesting.
Ta-da! Deleted my token and put it back down.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, let me move you in there myself. I actually kind of like that. I just didn't realize. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm curious. Can you move out of there?
No.
No.
Nice. That's actually kind of cool. All right. Neat.
No, I don't like this. I feel like...
We are
I have
trapped
full
in here.
control. Ha ha! And that's where our adventurers met their end. No, just kidding. Okay, so this is a dome-shaped chamber, and there is a floor of, for the most part, beaten earth, although, as you look at it, you can see there are bits of stone and stuff around, and you think, Toriel, you might have actually gotten a bit lucky, because you think that actually your stone that you dropped bounced off of one of those, like, rocks and stones that are on the ground. So, but otherwise, it's mostly a floor of this beaten earth, but it clearly was made, like, this is man-made. It's not just, and in the darkness far above you, it's 5 meters, by the way, from the floor all the way up to the top where you came from, which I think is that 15 feet-ish, I think? And actually, the shaft from there, 15, yeah, so it's really 20 feet, actually, probably from floor all the way up to that spot. So above you, the opening to the surface looks like a faintly glowing square. In the north wall, you can see a set of double oak doors with iron fittings. And there is a silvery symbol stretched across both doors, which are flanked by statues of knights in antiquated armor. Couple of other notes, and then you can look around and see whatever you like. Here are the statues, right here and here. And I'll note that for chat as well, here and here. And the other thing to note is that this door here, this door here, is slightly ajar. It looks like it's been slightly forced. And again, all this you're able to tell without doing checks. After this, you'll have to start doing checks for other things. But you can see a lot of footprints and drag marks in the dirt floor that are heading this way. Also, I need an awareness check from everybody, please.
Drag marks, so like from high heels, or?
Seems like not likely. You also see like
discarded lipstick
you see a wig.
casings.
Yeah, I was gonna say you see a wig. Okay, Toriel with a 5, Frogor with a
Oh wait, what were you supposed to roll? I was like too hung up on my own humor.
Awareness, and Frogor, that you should mark that. So definitely mark something in that awareness, Frogor.
Oh, what is it if it's the same?
That counts. Then you are aware.
I am aware.
Okay, and then can someone roll for Chuff as well?
Oh yeah, it's me. I'm not aware of that.
Okay. I'm trying to remember what his. Let me check. His awareness is a 14. Okay, so a 13 rather, but still. Okay. So a couple of notes here to make. So Frogor, I gather. What are you looking at that means that you're not like what is attracting your attention that means you're not paying attention to other things, perhaps?
The wigs that we found, obviously.
Yeah, I think it
The
was the
wig.
wigs.
Aha, the wig.
Uh,
In this alternate universe of the game.
What do you mean alternate universe? In my mind, it's true. The game
Sure.
is in my mind. It is true.
Definitely. Go ahead, Frogor.
Probably Chitgore is helping / distracting, and maybe he's using Chitgore to help notice things around, and he's following Chitgore like, yes, I see, this stone must be important. He's just wandering off over here with the chicken.
You just
Okay.
found a worm or something.
So
Just
for
holding it in front of him is like pecking at the floor. It's like, there, we need to go here.
Right here.
Yeah,
Exactly.
this is where the treasure must lie.
Toriel and Ahatea and Chuff. And I would say Toriel and Ahatea especially. There's something odd about these statues as you're looking at them right over here. And as I mentioned, there is this sort of weird symbol stretched across the door here. But beyond that, beyond here, there we go. Beyond that, what I want to note, hey, Carol, is that you see something else. On the shoulders of this and this one, so both of the statues, you see some... and also, I should have asked this before. what are you using to light the way down here? Like there's still just a faintest bit of light up above, but it's basically dark. So you need something to light the way. I should have.
Well, I
asked
have
that
a
before.
torch.
Okay, is that what you're doing? Is torch?
I suppose.
Okay. So as you hold
Oh
up
wait. Oh, do we? Yeah, but like first of all, we have like we had a long a rest,
yes,
right?
you did back at the outskirts. Yeah.
So do I get all of my willpower points back from that, or
From the long
If
rest.
you just click the shift, it does it for
yeah.
you.
Ah, wonderful. Right. Okay. No. In that case, I cast a spell.
What's the spell?
The light magic trick.
Which I think
For
just
one-
works because it's a magic trick, right?
Do
we need to check?
Possibly. You create a bright light that shines from a focus of your choice. It illuminates a 10-meter radius area around your focus. Yeah. I suppose. It doesn't say I have to make a check or anything, so. So, yeah, she cast that on the skull of her, on her staff.
Zero willpower to use that?
1 point.
Okay.
1 power.
Okay.
Why did I
let's
write
see,
down
is this on
PP?
magic skills?
Power point? I don't know. Maybe I got my games mixed up.
All right, so you have to roll
anyway.
against. So you do have to roll against your skill level in that school. This is elementalism, right? Right, Tari?
Yes, that's the only school I have,
That's
so
what
it
I thought.
automatically
Yeah, I
is.
just want to make sure.
Mentalism, yes, it's a
So did you say you said this is a magic? Can you tell me? I'm sorry. When you were explaining it, can you make that that works? That's fine. What is this particular magic trick that you're doing?
I'm casting. I'm making the skull on my staff glow. It's literally the same as a light spell.
Oh, I see. It's in general magic. I see.
Yeah, I have like a 10-meter radius
Okay, that's perfect.
around the focus of light.
That's perfect. So go ahead and deduct that 1 point
it
from your willpower, and when you
Goes
light
out
it,
if I reach 0
0
HP.
hit points. When you light it, you suddenly see these faces next to the statues. They are almost mouse or rat-like features, but you see several long fangs extending from their mouths. You are looking at a set of sleeping bats, and they're big bats. In fact, if you had to guess, they are of the not particularly friendly variety bats. Most of the time, bats, of course, sleep upside down. These, though, are holding on to the shoulders of the statues. And so when the light flares, you're sort of like, whoa, because it's...
And they didn't wake up from us talking regularly?
They did not.
Because we went whispering. Huh.
They did not.
Well, this is curious. And she, like, basically does, like, the thing, like, looking close at them, and, like, does, like, a wave.
They
To see
don't
if they
react,
react.
but you can see them breathing.
Toriel doesn't necessarily trust the idea of lighting up nocturnal animal things. I guess he would reach out and prepare the club. Getting ready to smack one of them.
Okay.
Is Frogor digging?
Look, the treasure is definitely over here. Like, Chick Gora's
beautiful.
never failed before.
It is making a fair bit of noise, which is like, toosh, toosh, as you're like digging, and it kind of echoes around the chamber. You think you see one of the creatures kind of stirring a little bit.
Well, I suppose that our good friend Chaff here could make more of these betritos with these.
I would like you to make a spot hidden roll for me, please, Frogor.
Actually found the treasure! Oh my god!
Wow. Amazing. Okay.
5,000 gold pieces. Let's go.
As you are digging in the dirt to find the places you got hurt, as Peter Gabriel says, you see the glint of light from Hatea's spell on metal. And as you look more closely, you can see that there is a curved dagger that is lying in the dirt.
You actually found treasure? I don't believe it.
Chigor, you have never failed me. He would like to pick it up.
The hilt of this is very rough and kind of like the blade looks sort of kind of not the best quality. Could be maybe a goblin dagger or the dagger of some other creature. It does not look particularly old, but you do notice there does seem to be some kind of substance on the blade.
I've read too much Reddit and my brain is going right to poo knife. Frogor would like to sniff the blade, please.
Sniff the blade, huh?
Right up on his face.
You're supposed to point the pointy edge elsewhere.
Nah. He's got that's the pointy bit. That's the bit that can fit up his nostril.
I gotta take a look at skills here.
Yeah, what skill is it for sticking a knife up your nose?
Let's see. So we got
acrobatics.
Let's see. There's that. There's not awareness. Okay. I will ask you for a healing check. This is not to actually heal anything. It's to see if you can determine something.
You're asking me for a lot of intelligence-based checks today.
I sure am. Okay. So a 7 to a 4 means you do not succeed. Something you can't. It doesn't really smell like anything in particular, Frogor. But definitely you do know that something clearly has been coated on this blade.
Very cool. This is Frogor's treasure. He will immediately run over to hold it out to Ahatea.
And stab her with.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Mistress, I have found this curved blade that smells weird.
She just said it.
Okay, you go ahead and make a healing check for me, please, Ahatea.
A healing smell, huh? No.
Doesn't smell like anything to you.
This smells of dagger.
Yes, you're so wise. You're right, mistress. It does
I know,
smell of
I know.
dagger. I was wondering what that smell was.
Well, now you know. So, where did you find this? Why do you have this?
Chikor found it. You know, he's a treasure-finding chicken. That's why we have him around.
Yes,
He
very
told
good.
me to dig over there, and I found this in the ground.
Very good. Trying to assess if this thing is valuable at all. Magical, perhaps?
It looks pretty rough. You doubt that it's magical, but it is quite possible. There's something on it, for sure, like something on the blade. So something has been done to it, but you don't know if that makes it magical.
I cast Sense Magic, which I just remembered I can do.
Okay.
So first of all, mark off 1 point. That's not what I meant to do there. Sense Magic. You can sense whether the place you are in or an item you are holding is affected by magic, and if so, what kind of magic.
Okay. So go ahead and make your elementalism roll.
Yes, it's a check.
Okay. It is not magical. Although the area around here, not anywhere specific, but there is a faint aura of magic about this place generally, but not specifically to this room, and definitely not the dagger.
What type of magic?
Necromantic.
Cool.
Just right up your alley, right?
Yeah, man.
Just what a dark duck needs.
Yes. Necromancy.
So,
Oh yeah, she actually does
they're-
that. Like she goes like, necromancy.
Go ahead, Doria.
So while they're talking and excitedly discussing the dagger, Toriel would like to take the opportunity and just swing the club at one of the bats,
Oh, okay. Would you
hoping to just take it out.
Okay. You swing the club at the bat. All right. So.
That was just having a nap.
Yep. Okay. So, go ahead and make a roll using your so I guess it would be the hammers, or would be the check, I believe.
Oh, I used a weapon roll.
Oh, that's fine. If you're using, that's right.
Okay.
So, yeah, so you definitely hit, and let's see. Okay, you slam into the side of this thing, and you basically smash it against the stone, and there's this sort of reaction of just, like, at first nothing kind of, moves or whatever, because you just hit it, and then you hear this. And as you sort of hold your torch, the light up on your staff, Ahatea, and you look around, you can see that there's more than just a couple on the back of the statues. In fact, there's a whole swarm of them, and they drop from the ground, these bats with longish fangs, and they attack. All right, we are going to get some combat music going on here. Let's see.
Oh yeah, it's dinner time. We're gonna get some more Batritos going.
Let's see. Let's go with this. Okay. Now, let me try to open this up a little bit so that we can see. Yeah, no, I'm going to open that spot up there where you just were, Tari, because that will be helpful, I think. Let's see. Let's go like that. All right, let's zoom out. Oh, did that not reveal anything? Oh, because I was too... Okay. I see why I was being silly. All right, let's do this a different way. Let me reveal it this way. Okay, and let me hide this. We don't actually need that. Okay, so let's see. Although I guess depending on how far in we zoom here. Okay. Okay, and reveal just this much. Okay. Right. So let's zoom in just a bunch, just a little bit here. Okay. Right. So we're gonna see if I can make this work. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to reveal enough that I can actually have the players be visible. That's not showing. That's not showing more of this. Are you seeing stuff being revealed on your screens right now, or is that?
Yes.
Oh, you are. Okay.
Yes, at the bottom left corner.
Okay. Because I want to make sure that I can actually show that. Okay. Right. Okay. So let me do this thing. So yeah, there is a swarm of these bats coming at you. So okay, so let me deal an initiative card to everybody. Okay, deal one card to all players. Deal. So now let's see what we have here. Let me zoom that down a bit. Oh, I see what I have to do. It's on my OBS. Sorry. Sorry, also chat a little bit. This is figuring out how the initiative thing. We are getting closer. I've just about figured it out, but there's still a bit of coordination that I still have to do to make it all clear to everybody. So bear with me a bit. Okay, now you can see those initiative checks, I think. Right. Okay. Move that up like that. Great. Okay. The eternal fight with the fog of war. Yeah, that's pretty much it, Caro. You got it right. Okay, so we now have, let's see. All right, so we have got, Ahate. I'm going to open up more of the map so we can reveal more space to be able to do this. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay, so we have Ahatea with a 5. Okay, what has everyone else got?
Ten.
Okay. I have got me a 1.
And I've got a 2.
All right. Oops, sorry. And then, oh yeah, that's right. We did the thing with the tokens, didn't we? So let's move this into a spot where I can actually show it. Yeah, I'm going to zoom in a little bit so it's easier to see. Okay. Right, so we have this will be the bad guy. We will have this. You said was a 2. Who had the 2? Was you, Toriel?
Yes, that was me.
All right, just going to put that there so we see that's you. Then we've got Atea with the 5, and we're going to put Atea there with that. And then Frogor with the 10, which seems very narratively appropriate. Okay. And hold on, I'll just move you to... There we go. Now you're on top. Great. All right, and then copy. Paste. And we'll move that up there so we know that it's their turn. All right. So first to operate is going to be these bats who are flying around wildly. And let's see. So we're going to do this part, this stuff, and the thing. Okay. All right, let's see what they are going to do. Okay. Right, and let's see. Okay. So the bats break up and squeaking and chittering and break up to attack all of you. So all of you are going to, let's see, inflict a certain amount of damage. Now, as a reminder to everybody, one of the things that you can do is you can attempt to dodge or parry. If you have a shield, you can try to parry. If not, you can try to dodge this attack. But I will tell you that they are going to be doing this damage is going to be slashing damage as they flurry around to attempt to bite you.
You still have the grid set to the wrong measurements.
What do you mean I do? Oh.
I'm still set to feed.
They have it set. That's them that's doing this, not me. Okay.
Mhm.
Let's see. Scale. Kapow. Look at that. Meters. Now try.
Whoa.
Hey. Look at that.
Wait, but is 1 square 5 meters?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's right. Okay. So they are going to
Pretty
do.
big square.
They're going to do 4 points of slashing damage. And that is assuming, unless those of you are going to do what they can to, you obviously have armor, which will help reduce damage, but also you can try to dodge this if you choose. However, if you dodge it, then you obviously won't be able to attack. So in the same turn. So the question is, do any of you want to try to dodge or parry this attack from the bats? They've split up to attack each of you.
Well, as a first reaction, yes, I would like to dodge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and I believe that's actually a reaction that you have there. I think there is a dodge thing on your character sheet, I believe.
A square is 2 by 2 meters. As per page.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that's right.
44.
Yeah, that's about right though. So is
Well,
it
it's set to
showing?
5 meters.
Oh, you're saying the scale. Oh, well, it means it's gonna. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to do the best we can then. Okay, so I think there should be a dodge here somewhere. Oh, it's maybe it's an evade.
I was about to say I have an evade roll here.
Yeah, I think it must be evade is what I'm thinking about. I mean, it says dodge, but evade probably works. I'll actually do that. Okay. That is not
Yeah, let's see
evaded,
that
I am
happening.
sorry to say. Okay, so you have attempted to dodge, but unsuccessfully. So you are going to take those 4 points of slashing damage as you were hit. And as they do this damage to you, so it brings you down to 8, I think, Toriel. As you are hit by this, Toriel, you hear a... like something is sucking from a straw. This thing bites you, and you hear a sucking sound.
I don't like that.
I'm sure it's fine. What could be wrong? Okay, Ahatea and Frogor, are you going to attempt to dodge or parry, or are you going to take the damage and just try to get your attacks off?
Frogor is within 2 meters of Ahatea, so he would like to use his Guardian ability.
Okay.
This means that if an enemy tries to attack a friend within 2 meters, I activate this ability to force the enemy to attack me instead.
Okay.
And it can be done out of turn and does not count as an action, and it costs 2 willpower points.
All right. Let's make that happen. All right. So Guardian means that you take the damage meant for them, basically. To force the enemy to attack you instead. Okay. You realize that what that might mean, Frogor, is that you're going to take 8 points of slashing damage unless you do something to mitigate that, right?
Well, it's two lots of 4 damage, right?
That's right, yes.
And I have 3 armor, so...
Okay, so then you're going to take, so then you would take 1 and 1. Okay, so 2 damage total. That's fine, which means you're not going to try to dodge it or parry it, right? You're just going to take it. Okay. All right, 2 points of damage. Good call on that Guardian ability. Okay.
Does the armor also apply to me? Because I also have 1, I think.
Yes, then it would. Then you would only take, you'd have 1 extra point then, so you'd only take 3 points of damage from there, yeah. And let's see. Now we have to do this for Chuff. I want to see if Chuff has armor. Do you have armor, Chuff? He does have a point of armor, so he will also take a point. It's up to you whether you think he should take, would he try to dodge this, or would he just take the point? Take 3 points is what it would be. Would he take the 3 points in all of yours opinion?
How much?
3.
How many hit points?
He
No,
has
how
12.
much then?
He has 12 to start with, so he would be down to 9. If he dodges, then he doesn't get to make his own action. That's the only thing.
I think he would take it.
I don't know. He did try to dodge. He did use dodge when he was attacked by the Ward Rider, right?
That was
Oh,
when
yeah,
the
I
Warg
guess.
Rider was going to do about 15 points of damage to him, in fairness, but as opposed to 4.
There's a difference,
Yeah.
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 But it's up to you all. You're the ones who have to explain it to him. You know, so it's like-
Even he takes it, and odd he doesn't.
Okay. Even he takes it, if that's true.
Yeah.
Okay. So he will take that damage. Which brings him down there. Okay. All right. So that was the attack from the bad guys. Now we get Toriel. You are up next as these things are flying around you. Now, I will tell you, by the way, just quickly, sorry, one thing I wanted to say. You have done a little damage to them already because of your original attack, but this is a swarm, which is acting essentially as one constituent creature. So you have done a little bit of damage to it health-wise. You don't know how much, obviously, but you've certainly obliterated one of them. So.
Yeah, but I did dodge, so...
oh, right, you dodged, so you can't... That's right, so you cannot act. That's true. Okay, so we move on to Ahatea then. Ahatea, what do you want to do? This swarm continues to flitter around.
I did get my spells back from the rest, right?
Yes.
Then I cast Fireball.
All right. You'll be happy to know that Fireball, against swarm creatures, normal attacks tend to do half damage from physical weapons, even magical ones. But, quote, and I quote, fire has the normal effect.
Yes!
All right. So, Fireball. First, you got to actually make sure it works.
To my ears.
Go ahead and roll your elementalism, and then...
Oh, yes, that is such a hit.
Big hit, yep.
Big hit with the fans.
Don't forget to Don't forget to deduct your thing. Now, are you casting at a higher level to increase the damage? You know, like we did the last time, or are you sticking with what it is?
I can only cast 3 times a day anyway, so it makes sense to always go all out.
It just means it's more willpower points, that's all.
Yeah, but like I have enough willpower points. You
okay.
know? I'm a very willful person.
You're a very willful person. Okay. Well then...
like usually it's 2, so I guess for 3 PP then.
Okay. So go ahead then and roll 3d6. And let's see the damage that is done. Wow, nice. Okay, 13 points of damage, adding to what Toriel already did, means this swarm is looking very burnt. Just
when she casts,
still flattering. Yep.
When she casts, she raises her staff and goes, "I did not ask how big the room is. I said I cast Fireball."
I cast Fireball.
And she casts
and it burns the hell up. Let's see. Focused at that. Okay. All right, good stuff. And I'm assuming, are you staying where you are, more or less, in the room, Hatea?
Yes.
Okay.
Behind my mallard-shaped shield.
Okay. Speaking of mallard-shaped shield, Frogar, Guardian, you said, does not count as an action, so you still have your turn, and these things are almost destroyed now, thanks to the Fireball and Toriel's hit. So, what do you want to do?
I think all he really has is a sword. He has this dagger, but he's not very good with knives.
Roll the chicken.
So, yeah, chick gore. So, yeah, he's gonna swing attack. How dare you try to suck the blood of my mistress? Her blood is too terrible for you.
Okay, let's see it. Oh.
Oh.
Clang.
I'd like to push the roll, please.
Oh, yeah. Let's go with the push. Yep. What condition are you marking for the push?
Angry.
Yep. I love it. And yes, that does hit, so go ahead and roll your damage. Good call on the push.
Yeah. I'll click short sword, but just for the damage. 8.
Ill-tempered. Okay, so 4. So that does half damage, but because of the fire and Toriel's previous hit, basically your angry swing. I like to think that you missed the first time, but it's just because you're whirling dervishing into another attack, and then you actually hit the second time on the backswing or something, and smash this thing into next week. And it hits the ground with a squeak, and you are left staring at the bodies of bats in the room. Let me call these all back. Just recall all, please. Okay. And as this thing hits the ground and slides to the ground off beyond the slightly ajar door, you hear... And also in case that weren't enough. Something scraping along the ground. By the pricking of your thumbs, something wicked this way comes. And that's going to bring our session to a close.
I'm the wicked.
Me, I'm the wicked one. I'm the terrible one.
Before we close, can we get a rough estimate as to how many bat fritos we are able to...
Oh, I mean, there were probably, I would say there were about 10 in this swarm of bats. Also, these are large bats, and as you look to the ground, I should have mentioned, you're pretty confident, Toriel, having now been actually bitten by one. Pretty sure these are vampire bats.
No, really.
And if they had hit you again, instead of hitting you, they did it out of order. They should have attacked you at the end and gotten healed instead of at the beginning when they were already at full, except for the one that you had already destroyed, which didn't matter. And then, yeah. So, good work, everyone. So, yes, I would say 10 bats, so a good amount of bat-ritos when all this is done.
We'll
Good
be
work, everybody.
feasting like kings.
Let's talk experience, shall we? In this little fight. I love Trent's gonna get back next session and he's gonna be like, why am I in a room and why are there a bunch of dead bats and why is Frogor looking at them and like wrapping something inside the Yep.
Looking at them in anticipation.
That's right. Anticipation. All right. So all right, let me start. I keep alternating each time, so let me start at the bottom with Bruce Frogor. Did you participate in the game session?
I did.
Yes, you did. So mark something. Tell me what you're marking.
Spot hidden.
I love it. Did you explore a new location?
Yeah.
You sure did. What's that one going to be?
Swords.
Yes. Did you defeat one or more dangerous adversaries? I would, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. So mark something else.
I guess acrobatics.
Okay. Did you overcome an obstacle without using force? This is up to you. I don't know if you did. Not off the top of my head, I don't think, but I don't know.
No.
No?
He avoided an obstacle by just deciding that the farmers are not a problem.
Yeah, they're I choose not to care about them enough. Yeah. But no. Okay, so we'll say no on that. And then did you give in to your weakness?
No, I don't think so today.
Okay. All right. And then you had one demon earlier, right? That you rolled? Okay, so that also was marked. Okay, so let us see. For those of you who haven't watched before, now we're going to get a chance to see which advancements get made based upon this new system, this Dragonbane system. So let's see what we got. All right, we did not advance acrobatics. We did not advance swords, but we did advance awareness. And we advanced spot hidden. So we have got awareness and spot hidden are both advanced. Oh, I see why it's doing this, because it looks like it's sending it just to me. But I want everyone to be able to see it. So I will tell you now, yes, awareness and spot hidden are advanced. Okay. Good stuff, Bruce. And as a secondary question, I will say, I was really having fun listening to the interaction with the farmers was great. And sort of like, the whole terrible who's on first bit was really funny. And also the idea of sort of the continual connection with Ahatea and what exactly you want to tell Ahatea and not tell Ahatea in terms of what's allowed and not allowed. Was very funny. And also, the whole thing about the the moment where you're like, stand back. Why is there the breathing? And you're like yelling at a Toriel on the other side of the ring when you're standing right next to Ate. It was very funny. So some good moments there. And you got a chance to do a little bit of bat hunting and to use Chickgore to actually find a dagger. You actually found something. So it was an eventful session, I would say, for Frogor. How'd you feel about today's session? Where will the fine folks find you next?
Yeah, I loved today's session. I just love Frogor so much. He's probably one of my favorite characters I've ever played.
Tons of fun.
And I especially like, we've got lots of ongoing bits now. We got the bat ritos. We have, not being able to lower his voice at all. Yeah, so I enjoy that a lot, and I love playing with you all. And the fine folks will find me next on whichever happens next between Dragonbane and by the dice roll campaign.
Yes, Ghost of Saltmarsh, one of the two. Thank you, Bruce. Always a pleasure. Good work today. Again, for those of you who are not here at the beginning, Tren's internet is being worked at in his area, which is why we do not have Tren with us tonight. But we will have him back in our next session. You'll also see him again with Eberron, although not till next month because we've done both of those sessions for this month. But you will see him back for those sessions and for Dragonbane next month. Tren is, Tren did not participate in the session and do not do any of these other things. I think there's like one marker. Maybe I guess I can do that for him, because otherwise he was just sort of staring off into space. So he got one mark based upon the one demon that he rolled. So, okay, let's see. We do the arrow. And he did advance, actually, in Bushcraft. So he went a little bit higher in Bushcraft. What did I say? Bushcraft? Bushcraft.
Bushcraft. Is that when you build
Bushcraft.
dikes, yeah?
Bushcraft. Listen, I just thought of several things, and I'm like, we're just going to let all that go. So thank you, Big Boss. That's very kind of you. So see, Tren wasn't even here, and he still gets one of those things. Look forward to have Tren back with us next month. Moving right up on the line, Tari.
Wait, I need to write down Bushcraft because that's just too good.
Bushcraft is a lost art, Big Boss says. I mean, listen. Hey, thank you. Donuts are the best in YouTube. I apologize if you said that earlier on. There's a lot going on in a lot of windows. But thank you. All right, Tari. So let me ask you. First of all, I will say, great work today with Ahatea. Before I talk about how you felt about things, did you participate in the game session?
I did.
All right. So what are you going to mark?
I used a lot of awareness, so I guess I'm going to mark that one.
Okay. Did you explore a new location?
Yes, we did.
I did. Did you defeat one or more dangerous...
Wait. I need to mark off something first. Bushcraft.
Okay. Did you defeat one or more dangerous adversaries?
Did I defeat them? Are there still bats alive after that?
No.
No.
Well, I mean, in the world, but not in this case.
Oh, no, I didn't kill every last bat in the world.
Every bat simultaneously fell over. You destroyed the bat ecosystem.
Right. Let's go with beast lore, since that seems appropriate.
Sounds good. Did you overcome an obstacle without using force?
I did tell people to go to sleep by just shushing them. Does that count?
I'm not sure that's an obstacle. I'd say probably not.
Okay.
And then did you give in to... This is the one the gift that keeps on giving. Did you give in to your weakness?
Greg, what do you think?
My guess would be yes. You'd have to ask your fellow characters. Yes.
I'm going to put that one in elementalism. And
you got a demon on one of them, right? Or a dragon on something?
I got a demon on that voluntary intelligence check. I don't know if you want to let that count.
No, we're going to let that pass because that was that. Yeah, because I have to be the one that makes the call on that. So you just have the 4. All right. Let's see what you got for advancements.
I advance in East Lore and... No, wait. I have to roll below, right? Oh, I don't advance in anything.
No, you have to roll. No, you have to. No. You have to roll above because, remember, this is where you're leveling. So you want to go above it to level the skill.
Oh.
Because remember, the reason is...
so I advanced in everything?
You advanced in everything, yep. That's what that means. So
Truly
you advanced in...
a terrible day for the world.
It is true. You advanced in
awareness.
awareness.
It's a great day for Ahatea the Terrible.
You advanced in awareness. You advanced in beast lore. You advanced in bushcraft. And you advanced in elementalism. Yeah, because the idea is, remember, the higher the skill level gets, the harder it would be to level it because you wouldn't be able to get over it. So good job.
Still, 4
leveling
to
skills.
Think
I know.
then, because always the roll seem to be low. Yeah, no.
Is the passing of time an adversary or an obstacle? It's an interesting question. I'm not sure that she's defeated the adversary known as time yet. I think that is an Ahatea's,
not yet.
It's an Ahatea's future, if you know what I'm saying. So good stuff today, Tari.
It's always a thing in these games, right? At the end, you kill God.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I should have you face Sephiroth, but call them something different. Anyway, always a pleasure, Tari, for this. How did you feel about today? I have to say that, again, I really enjoyed the connection, continues to be awesome with Frogor. And I also liked the fact now the shushing thing with the farmers was really funny. and also either the ambush idea, and then again, we also got that combat moment of a whole bunch of fire that took out the bats. So you put all that together. It was an eventful session, I would say, for Ahatea. How did you feel? How terrible was Ahatea today? How did you feel about today's
Oh,
session?
most terrible.
I mean, completely.
Yes. No, this was great fun. Also, highly enjoy all the chemistry going on here. Excellent stuff. And looking forward to playing at our regular time again so that I can eat before the stream.
Yeah.
Because I'm very hungry right now. But yes, this was great, and yeah, I'll keep everybody posted about the zine I'm working on. And you can find me on Tumblr, on Blue Sky, and on Kara.app at TariTunes, and hopefully I will be able to remain on Tumblr because they updated the whole thing today, and it's absolutely garbage, and everybody is losing their shit over it. It's like really, really bad currently. But we will see what will come of that.
There may come a day when updates don't ruin things, but it is not this day.
No, this is not that day. And besides that, for any fellow Dutchies in chat, don't forget to vote tomorrow. And that's me. Bye.
Thank you, Tari. Good stuff as always. Moving right along, Crux, let's talk about what Toriel did today. Did you participate in the game session?
I did.
You did participate. What are you going to mark?
I'm going to mark evade in the hopes of better rolls in the future.
That seems reasonable. Did you explore a new location?
Yes.
You sure
we
did.
Found a wonderful hill to explore.
That's right. So let's have you mark that. What's that going to be?
It's going to be acrobatics.
Okay. Did you defeat one or more dangerous adversaries, like, say, a bat that you chose
Well,
to
I
smash?
squished one of them.
You sure
so
did squish. That
definitely
counts.
did something.
Yeah, we'll call that a yes. So what are you going to mark for that?
I'm going to invest that in hammers.
Okay. Did you overcome an obstacle without using force?
Well, I guess not.
I don't think so, because I was thinking even
The,
like when
the
you open
club
the
acts
slab
as
up.
some sort of amplifier in that regard.
Yeah. I think so. So probably not. And then did you give in to your weakness?
No.
Okay, so we've got 3 marks. Let's see how you do on the updatings of them. Let's see. So 5 out of 7. So you do not advance in acrobatics and you do not advance in hammers, but you do advance in evade. So you will have a little bit easier time. Only 1 out of 3.
Rolls are 2 average.
Yeah, it was not a 4-person. That is something to think about as time goes on. As people level up, there'll be that whole question of there's a skill you may really want to level up, but if you're already fairly high in it, it'll be harder to level that than something else. So it's interesting. But you did get to level evade, which is going to be important, down the line. Toriel, I was actually. So first of all, enjoyed the sort of looking around the ring, figuring out the slab, moving the slab, the whole moment of being like, are you done talking, as you've already got the slab to move was funny. And I was a little surprised. I didn't know if Toriel was just going to swing at the bat. It was interesting, and it was kind of like, I'm triggering this thing no matter what, no matter what counts. So I thought that was interesting. And as it turned out, you had no problem with it. You just got, hit by a bat. But you're fine. Everything is fine. How did you feel about
Probably no downside about this.
No, yeah, what could possibly go wrong? You have a sudden desire to avoid garlic. What could be a problem? How did you feel about today's session? Where will the lovely folks find you next?
Yeah, so I did enjoy today's session a lot. I got to poke around a bit and got to squish a bat finally. Also, you folks will find me around here next time when we play Dragonbane again. So yeah,
and it's gonna be good times when we do, because now they've got the rest of this burial mound to explore, with some off in the distance. Like, what could be the problem? They've already killed the bats. I mean, I'm sure that was clearly the biggest monster that was here. So we shall see. But as always, this was a ton of fun, and I'm grateful to both you. Again, another solid turnout in chat, so thank you, everybody. And more of that to come. Please spread the word. Let people know. And I'm going to let these folks go. Excellent work today, crew. Chat, can we get some love for the awesome and amazing Crocs, the awesome and amazing TariTunes, the awesome and amazing Undeveloped Bruce, and the awesome and amazing, though currently not present, Trent Sparks. I will see all of you folks next month. Bye
Bye.
for now. Alrighty, the terrible and amazing. Yeah, that's a good point. I should have mentioned that. The terrible and amazing. All right. So that's it for them, but it is not it entirely for us because we do have one little bit of business we got to attend to, and that is that we have got to figure out the chat chosen game. Which is going to be happening, I believe it is next. So next week I think is just a normal week. In fact, let me look at the schedule quickly. Bear with me just 1 second as I zoom out here. Okay. Right. Let me make sure. So next week. Yes. That's right. So next week. Hey, what's up, Echo? So next week, everybody, I forgot about this. Next week we have D&D with viewers, and we're going to be doing more of Up the Beanstalk. We started doing this a couple of months ago. This is basically a Jack the Beanstalk kind of riff off of that stuff. So we're going to be doing more of that next week during this normal time slot. I forgot about that. So that'll be happening noon Eastern next week. So I'm excited for that. We're going to be doing final vote as well for the chat chosen game of the month then. But we're going to do nominations now. So let me just pull up my thing for that. Hang on a second. Let me get rid of that. Okay, I can keep that like this. Esoteric Ebb, yes. I have actually been, I've been thinking quite a bit about that. Okay, what am I doing here? D&D, that's where I need to find stuff. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. I will do that in just a second. All right. There we go. Okay, that's firing up right now. Okay. Hold on, I'm just responding to my daughter. Okay, let's fire up the polls. Here we go. And then the polls up here. Where are the polls? There we go. All right. So, what game should Arv play this month? All righty. Let's see what the nominations are that we've got. So we've got Esoteric Ebb. I have noticed that, and I read some stuff about it, and it's actually on my list. So it'd be fine for me actually to try that out. I was thinking it might be a game for the Vocalist to play too. Might be interesting. I bounced off of Disco Elysium pretty hard, but this from what I understand is a little bit different in its sort of mode. So we shall see. Okay, so we've got that. Oh yeah, you were just saying that. Yeah, exactly. Effect Life. Kathy Rain 2. Soothsayer. Yep, I figured that was going to be back on the list. Tactical Breach Wizards. Oh, shoot. There we go. Tactical Breach Wizards. Oh, that's right. Actually, hold on. Let's do this a different way. I want to actually test this. So I did activate the nomination. So I think let's do this again. Let me do this again. Oh, shoot. That was my fault. All right, hang on a second. There it is. I see it. Okay, it did work. Great. Okay, that worked. So if you do $nom space and then the game you want, it'll pop up. It'll propagate in this list. So can everyone do what they were just doing, but do it that way? So Nonstop, can you do $nom space Tiny Bookstore? Prince Justin did Tactical Breach Wizards, so that's fine. Can we do Big Boss? Can you do Esoteric Ebb as well for that? Or Effect Life, whoever's nominating that. Bravely Default HD Remastered. Yeah, it's not already nominated though. We did it. I just had to clear it, so now it should be good. So yeah, can you do that for me, Big Boss, so that we can make sure that gets in there? Esoteric Ebb. There it is. I see it. Tiny Bookshop. Well, we got some good ones. What is Tactical Breach Wizards, Prince Justin? I have not heard of that one. A Space for the Unbound. Crocs, what is that one? So what's the Space for the Unbound and what is Tactical Breach Wizards? I'm just curious. Other than that, I love this is a good list. So what's Space for the Unbound and what is Tactical Breach Wizards? Turn-based RPG tactics game, you play a team of modern-day wizards dealing with problems. Okay. I've never heard of that. Did that just come out, Prince Justin? Have I not heard of that? In Kevlar, through turn-based battles to unravel a modern conspiracy plot. Rewind time to try every crazy plan you could think of to punch a traffic warlock through a fourth-story window. Why have I not heard of this game before? It sounds really good. Why have I not heard of this before? And also, Crocs, what is A Space for the Unbound? Oh, narrative adventure side-scroller with a mostly cozy, sometimes unsettling vibe. Okay. That's cool. I'm down. As long as it's not a horror game, Crocs. As long as it's not a horror game, then I'm down. It's been out since 2024. I have not heard of it at all. I don't know why. That's cool. That's cool. Okay. All right. That is a good list. I'll take any last nominations that remain. Remember, you can only nominate one per person. But then we're going to do the vote. It's not a horror game. Great. All right. And then we're going to take the top 3 vote getters. Okay. We're going to take the top 3 vote getters. So just in a moment, we're going to nominate last call for nominations. Last call. Yeah, I never heard of it. That's cool. And all right, here we go. Nominations are closed. Let's get in your votes. Now, the top 3 vote getters here are going to go through to the final vote, which will be open until next week. And then the winner by next week, will be the one that I end up playing the week after that, since we have 5 Tuesdays this month. Catherine 2 Soothsayer, Tactical Breach Wizards. Okay. So yes, get in your nominations and your votes. We got a couple votes for Soothsayer. We've got 3 votes for that. We've got 1 vote for Bravely Default, 1 vote for Nonstop. So again, I will take the top 3. I could do the top 2. Right now we have 3 votes each. So we've got Kathy Rain 2 and we've got Tactical Breach Wizards. But I prefer to take 3 if I can. So, and by the way, Big Boss, fear not, because Esoteric Ebb I'm seriously considering for the Arvocalists anyway, after we finish with Citizen Sleeper 2. Originally, I was going to go Citizen Sleeper 2 and then do the next Ace Attorney game, but I think I might actually do Esoteric Ebb first and then go to the Ace Attorney game after that. I'm a little surprised that Esoteric Ebb is not... I don't think it's on GOG, though, is it? I don't think it's on GOG. I think it's only on Steam, which is weird because you would think that it would you would think that GOG would be a good place for Esoteric Ebb, but I'm not 100% sure of that. It may be available on GOG, and I may be thinking of something else. All right, so it's only on Steam. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. Anyway, so all right, now I have a question for those who voted for either. I need to take the top 3 votes. I'm going to last call this. Kathy Rain 2 and Tactical Breach are definitely going to be 2 of the finalists, but do we do Bravely Default as the 3rd finalist or Tiny Bookshop? I know Tiny Bookshop has been nominated before, and Bravely Default, also happy to give that a shot. Either one of those is good. Are either of the people, either is Terma, so I think it was just Terma and then Nonstop, are either one of you willing to change vote for the other? You don't have to. I'm probably only going to take, though, I don't know that I want to take 4. I usually want to do either 2 or preferably 3. So what do you think? It's on the dream list for GOG, yeah. Oh, okay. So we've got Echo, we've got Prince Justin. Oh, Prince Justin, you don't always have to change that vote. Although this time you can be assured, Prince Justin, that yours is getting through one way or the other. So I guess there's that. Bravely Default is it's a JRPG. It's like in the category of Valkyrie Chronicles, like Breath of Fire. It's in that category. I have never played Bravely Default, but I have heard of that one. And there's a new HD remaster. All right, so going once, going twice. Okay. Closed. There it is. So the top 3 are going to go through this time. Is Terma, fear not, as you know. You will get another opportunity. There will be more chances for this. So Kathy Raintooth, Soothsayer, Tactical Breach Wizards, and Tiny Bookshop. Those are the 3 choices for the vote. And if we could get, I know that Echo's often Johnny on the spot with these straw polls, but if someone's able to do that and then is able to, if one of the mods could be so kind, thank you, Echo, as always. If one of the mods could be so kind as to link that to the next game command, that would be very much appreciated. Again, Kathy Raintooth, Soothsayer, Tactical Breach Wizards, and Tiny Bookshop. Thank you, everybody. Very nice and neat. Again, really happy lately with Tuesday Turnout, which continues to get better and better. So thank you, everybody. I'm really happy about it. I think Dragonbane's been doing quite well, and yeah, I'm very pleased with what I have seen so far. I will leave that up here while I do my little bit of a outro thing. Link is on Discord. Thank you, Echo, very much. All right, so there we go. That I will be playing in 2 weeks. So once that next game is up, and there it is. Thank you, Triffid, so much. That right there is the link. You can go over there. And, oh, wait, that's the old one. Hold on, that's the old one. Wait. Hold up a second. Don't vote there yet. That's the old one. Hold. Hold just a second. Just a moment. While this is getting redone, I will mention that happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody. As you can see, I am prepared. Okay, now I think we're ready. So now if we do that little check. Hey, there it is. Okay, so now you can get your votes in right there, folks. If you click on that link, you can make your vote. That thing is going to be up until next week. And all that. Yeah, I got a corned beef breakfast. I actually had a corned beef meal a couple days ago, and it was really good. And I got a corned beef breakfast for my wife this morning. As you can see, I am wearing my Ireland rugby tradition jersey. So I got that going on. So happy St. Paddy's Day to all of you. I was about to say all those who celebrate, but it's Ireland. Like in the name of Ireland, let's do this thing. So if you liked what you saw and heard today, I hope you will consider following the channel. I hope you will check out our YouTube with !ArvTube. Oh, and before we start running through that, just a reminder that at the top of the hour, about a half hour from now, I will be over on GOGcom's Twitch channel, Pen and Pixels, playing more Evoland 2. I've been really enjoying that game quite a bit, so we'll check that out. Yeah, it's changed before Effect Life. It things can really go over the course of the week. Plus, you have different audiences, right? Like on my Thursday stream, there'll be people who see that. I'm doing Winterboro on Thursday. Next Saturday, I think I have Expedition for the Mysterious Peaks. So it's different audiences. They'll pick up on it. Some people are the same, but a lot of them come for one or the other of these events. So yeah. Anyway, so please follow the channel. Check out our YouTube at !ArvTube, Discord !ArvCord, Blue Sky !ArvSky, website arvanelaron.com, financially !ArvShop. Oh no, you have green elastics in your hair. That's cool. !ArvTreon is the Patreon, where you can support the channel that way. Also, don't forget to sub to the channel, which gives you those custom sub badges and emotes to use here, there, and everywhere across Twitch. And I think I mentioned ArvShop, which is the merchandise area. On the publishing front, !Icarus, my graphic novel from Mathis Arts, !Library, my Tales and Tomes, The Forbidden Library, that's my 5e adventure and sourcebook from Alligator Alley Entertainment, !Greyshade is my Greyshade IP, Greyshade Renegade Heretic, the Grey Assassin Trilogy, critically acclaimed, award-winning. You can get those at that link from Mathis Arts. You can also get the audiobooks of Greyshade from our very own Trent Sparks, Greyshade, Renegade, and Heretic, and you can pre-order the tabletop role-playing game of Greyshade, coming to you from Brandon O'Brien and the fine folks at Alligator Alley Entertainment. As always, !BLM, Black Lives Matter, important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives, !Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention, important to reach out to others when you need help, and reach out to others when they need help as well, and !Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate legitimate war with bravery and courage, and send the message we'll do so for others in that situation in the future. I want to thank everyone who made this an awesome stream today. Thank you to my wonderful mods, Prince Justin, Triffity Mats, the best mods in the business. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters and subscribers. Thank you to Prince Justin, Triffity Mats. Thank you to Effect Life Nonstop, Echo Alpha X5. Thank you to Imaginary Exponent. Special thanks to Effect Life also for making Arvbot Plus, which does all this amazing work. Thank you, Effect Life. And thank you to all of the Patreon supporters and subscribers. Thank you to my wonderful viewers. Thank you to Anthony, to Baron Valar. Thank you to Big Boss, as always, to Black Fury, to Eric, to Excel. Thank you to Gaia Shield, as always. Thank you to Hadzenia. Thank you to Jagtris, of course, the Crocs, and Valerian Gamer. You're all lovely. Thank you. And special thanks today to the Dragonbane crew. We'll have Tren back here next month. But besides those, Tren, we also had the amazing crew today of the Crocs. We had Tari Tunes, and we had Undeveloped Bruce. Great stuff always. And yes, that is definitely not the only war that's currently unfolding. The reason that I haven't been talking about the war in Iran is because, to sum it up quickly, this absurd, ridiculous, and brain-dead stupid war of choice is one that we should never have become involved in, and that everyone has been dragged in because we have a clown in charge of the country at the moment with a feckless group of people enabling him. I am extraordinarily angry about it, and the way that I try to deal with my anger is by organizing locally, doing work with my unions and stuff like that, and obviously streaming here with the community. But I have not mentioned it, not because it is not critically important, but because at the moment, the thing that needs to happen is this clown needs to be removed from office through impeachment and imprisonment for the rest of his miserable life. And we need to stop this ridiculous, absurd war. That's my summary, Big Boss. I'm sure that's not going to be super controversial, but like, what a disaster. So yeah, so I'm the Ukraine war is just I think but Valerian, I think that takes pretty cold, to be honest. I don't think it's one of those, like, you know what I mean? I don't think it's going to be super controversial. This is a very unpopular war here because it's dumb and God. Anyway, I am, having said all that, I am grateful that we are together, at least in community, one way or the other. I mean, in something like this, I don't think I'm going too far out on a limb. What a joke. But I am very grateful always to hear from Imaginary Exponent and anyone, frankly, in the line of fire. And I guess I should have mentioned that because I know that I do have some viewers who have stopped in before from Israel and from other countries in the Middle East. I don't think I have any Iranian viewers that are at least in Iran at the moment. Although if that is the case, then I obviously would love to hear from them to make sure they're okay. But I don't believe so. I do know that I have an Israeli viewer, but I actually have not seen them for a little while. But they often don't pop in. They just, are super busy. So, but I'm always, whenever there's a situation going on like this, being able to hear from people to let me know that they're okay is always something I'm very glad about. So I'm glad that Imaginary Exponent was here. And for those who were in the line of fire and who are affected by this right now, my prayers and thoughts and all sort of good wishes are going your way. We're doing the best we can. As I mentioned, local elections were held around here. My wife was actually elected to the Democratic Town Council, which is not like, okay, that means that we're going to stop the war in Iran. Okay, we're talking a local, city-based thing, but it is an example of trying to organize locally. And if you look around, I mentioned this earlier, there are primaries going on all across the country today. There are primaries going on in Illinois and stuff like that. Voting is critically important for this. We have to win the midterms so we can put a check on this insane clown in office. And that's the only way that any of this is going to get better. So we need to do that. And so get out and vote. Let people know if you live in the United States. And as Tari said, if you live elsewhere in the world, like apparently if you live in the Netherlands, voting is happening tomorrow, make sure that you're voting. If you are in the sound of my voice and you are living in a democracy, you need to get out and vote because these things are not guarantees unless we make them guarantees. Get out there and vote and let your voice be heard because that's really, really important. Now I'm going to let my voice be heard by going to get some water and getting myself ready for my stream at the top of the hour. But much love to all of you, and thank you all for being here. And special thanks today, as I say, to my wonderful crew from the Dragonbane contingent. It was really a lot of fun today. I'll see you at the top of the hour over at GOG.com. I'm going to be playing more Avaland 2. Otherwise, I will. And don't forget, tomorrow night on this channel, I should mention, we have got more community D&D going on with the Shadow Crew as they continue in Dungeon of the Mad Mage. And then I'll be back Thursday night for Winter Burrow. I've been really looking forward to playing more of this, and I just haven't been able to because we've been so busy doing other things. But we're back with Winter Burrow happening Thursday night, so it's going to be great. And I could not agree more with Big Boss. Vote. Big Boss, who lives in the cradle of Western democracy, where it all started. Vote, educate yourself, be vigilant, make thoughtful choices, and take care. Exactly how I feel. I'll see you folks over at GOG, or I'll see you back here tomorrow night for some community D&D. Until then, everyone, as I always say, please be good to each other. Much love, and I'll see you folks soon. Otherwise, I'll see you at the top of the hour over GOG.com. Love you all. Bye for now.